Welcome everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good day, how do? I worked out why the music's so loud. It's because I'm an idiot. There we go, now it's going to be really quiet. There we go. I'm a professional. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Explore the Beyond, Scales of Destiny, episode 17. Don't you know? We shall go, I think, to the big face. This big face. We have an interesting session lined up for you today. And I think it's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to seeing what Chaos Carnage and various other types of such will ensue. Let's bring in the group, shall we?
Okay. You can hear me okay, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay.
Amazing. How is everyone?
We are good.
You're good. Good.
All good.
All good. That's what we like to hear. Rando. 2 months subscription. Let's replay that just because the other scene doesn't have it. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Okay.
Good lad.
Good lad. Good lad. Good lad. Josh, I believe it was you that we volunteered to do the recap.
You guys bravely volunteered me to do this.
We did. Very brave.
We all lined up, you all took a step back. I didn't realise we were doing it.
So, if you wouldn't mind recapping us of
Yes.
this last session, please.
We started just outside of, I've got it as Wildenwell, and now decides to do some mind games with some of the people that are walking by, freaking them completely out because of what's happening in Wildenwell. So we pretty much pack up, go to Wildenwell, and end up in like a queue for a little bit, where we get pulled aside, have our equipment and weapons inspected, I believe, and then we got through, had a look through the town, checked out the graveyard. Well, I did anyway. And then we headed to a tavern, which is a very posh tavern. And it was more like a hotel, actually. Hotel tavern. And we end up talking to the, would it be hostess? Lady on the front desk?
Concierge.
Okay, concierge. And find out that the 2 elves are already there. And they're having a drink, I believe. We go meet them, and firstly, we make sure we get our money from the last quest. And they slowly count out. We got 8,000 in the end, didn't we? We got a ton of gold. And discussing, they informed us what's been happening here, what they found, which wasn't much. But they told us about a lady called Pavlova, who had the hummings and the taps and was, I don't want to say ready for death, but about to experience it. So we went and chatted with her. We told her we could be bodyguards for her to see if we can stop or save her life. And as we're trying to figure out how to do that, Aqua and now go up to her room, get her supplies, come back down, and then we switch to Sköld and Vit, who went and basically got scammed on some horses and cart.
I thought it was a good deal.
No, great deal.
Yeah, clearly. The incredible rolls right there. They come back with it, and Aqua drags Pavlova into the car, and we decide to head outside of Wildenwell to see if we can get rid of the hums by leaving the town. Where am I in my notes? We get to this turning pretty late. Early afternoon, was it late? I can't remember the timing actually on that.
I
Quite
don't
late.
remember either.
Yeah,
Late-ish.
it was. You travelled as far as you could in the day, basically.
Okay, that was it. And then we pulled up, we pitched the tent, and we took turns watching over Pavlova to basically make sure no one took her eyes off her, because that's normally when the victims die. And as we were doing that, more and more noises and distractions kept popping up, trying to distract us. And I believe Vic ended up going round the back of the tent and getting a javelin in his back. And then starts getting the humming and tapping as well. Then, unfortunately, Aqua at the front of the tent also ends up getting the humming. And these shadow monsters start appearing and getting closer to us. And to no avail, we can't figure out how to get rid of them, as they just seem to disappear and reappear. We then literally ended with hearing the sound of a sword coming out of its sheath and trying to stop it, to unsuccessful, and how Pavlo has now been stabbed.
Yes, I think we should emphasise that Nell failed in her duty of keeping her eyes on Pavlova and looked away briefly, which ended up with
Wasn't that
Pavlova
bad.
getting stabbed. I think that should be emphasised for emphasis, you know? Other than that, yes. That sounds pretty accurate to what happened. We rejoin with everyone having rolled initiative. I need to re-roll initiative for the creature because it changed, but I can change it back to what it was. It should be down here. There we go.
I don't have vision. I don't have a character that I can see either.
Yeah, mine says that. I don't have permission for this document.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's happened.
Is it
We
just you
saw
two?
it.
Did I change you two?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got
I
one.
see what I did. I see what I did. I do be an idiot. Yeah, I changed the wrong things. Sorry. There we go. You
Yeah,
should be able to see now.
Okay.
Okay, with that, I hit this button, and we begin immediately with Sköld.
Blimey. Right. Would I have noticed the fact that an Eldritch Blast had just gone off next to me?
You have been made aware, yes.
Sure. So, in doing so, then I would see that Pavlova had been stabbed by a mysterious figure.
Yeah, you've got essentially the situation you see to your left right now is Nell has just fired off an Eldritch Blast, and you see her turn her head back towards Pavlova in the corner. You can see you can see a hole straight through the tent that's slowly starting to mend itself back together, and you can see. Actually, make a quick perception check for me, just to see how much you see. Okay, you see the next to Pavlova and sort of to the side of Nell is this very undefined shape, just kind of hovering next to Pavlova, with its arm retracting from her chest, leaving a knife embedded in her chest and stomach, chest area. You can see what looks to be kind of human features that just seem to be distorting and blurring around its face and head, and the same with its body. You can see it seems to be wearing some kind of armor and has a shield attached to its arm that it's kind of just drawn out, and it's now reaching to its waist to pull out what could possibly be a sword. Nell and Pavlova both have a look of kind of shock on their face.
can imagine being stabbed has that effect on you.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and attack the thing.
Okay.
So let's see if I can target you. Go. With a guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt, go for it.
Attack. Normal. Well, this is going off to a good start.
You fire off your guiding bolt. Roll a d4 for me.
No.
Now,
No.
just roll an acrobatics or athletics check for me. Just for the, just to, you know.
For the sake of it.
I can decide which one.
Yeah, whichever you're better at, basically.
No.
Dead.
Yeah.
Sköld, roll damage for me
Oh, jeez.
on your guiding bolt, please.
Fucking kidding me.
Nell, you take 12 points of radiant damage as, in your kind of shocked stupor, after just being distracted for the split second and seeing Pavlova get stabbed by this creature that you can't really make out properly, Sköld fires off a guiding bolt and you just move into the way slightly, and it collides into the back of your shoulder and just sends you reeling on the floor.
Now the enemy's
I'm
got
prone?
advantage.
Not prone, no, but you're kind of... It would be prone, essentially, but you're not. Don't worry about being prone.
Okay. After that horrendous shot, can I move?
Oh, yeah, if you like.
I'm not thinking about just moving there, just to kind of intercept the shadow guy.
Go for it.
Alright, well, I think I can't really do anything else in terms of mending the situation, so I'll end my turn.
Well, at least you didn't hit the tent. That's all that matters, really.
I was hoping for the tent.
That would be funny. Who's up next? Is it Vic?
Me.
Aqua.
Exactly, me. Aqua. How much have I seen of this mess?
You're turning around just in time for Nell screaming and Sköld moving towards this creature that is sort of being surrounded by the two of them.
Have I noticed Pavlo's condition?
Yes, you can see like sort of turning to quickly assess. You can see Pavlova's got a knife in her chest.
Okay. I'm, for convenience, I'm in a Tides of Chaos.
Amazing.
So that's ready. And then I'm gonna, if I can select it, hopefully do Wave of Life on the creature.
Okay. Did I just do something? No.
Oh yeah, that goes off for that. Why is it not rolling it again?
Have you targeted it? I think you have. Haven't
Yeah.
You? Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know.
That's my spell. Target must succeed a Constitution saving throw or suffer 2d6 necro.
Constitution saving throw.
It's got to do 13.
18.
Is it?
It rolled an 18.
Oh, fuck. Does that at least half it?
Does it say it halves it?
On save, the creature suffers only half the damage.
Okay, so take half the damage. So roll your damage.
So it's 1d?
No, roll.
2d6 and then half.
Yeah, roll your 2d6 and then half what you get.
Okay. Where's my d6s? There they are.
It's very flamboyant music.
Well, why did it do one? Ignore the one.
So 6
Yeah.
plus 1, so 7
Wow.
halved to 3. So it takes
Right.
3 points of damage. Okay.
And then that 3 points of damage will go to Pavlova.
Okay.
What?
Amazing. Okay. Thank you.
Trying to stabilize our client. She will pay us.
Ignore the fact I just she was on 0 hit points and I forgot to change it, so she's now on 3 hit points.
Oh, okay. He said 3 points of damage, and I was like, Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Alright.
Oh,
He
no.
does 3 points of damage to the creature that he's attacking, and it goes to Pavlova.
Yeah, it goes to anyone in 30 feet of my choosing, so...
Okay. Good.
And I don't think I can do any reaction, so that's my turn.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, sorry.
Spy all
Oh,
along.
yeah.
Vic. I know, right? Imposter.
Right. Well, on my screen, it shows me a vision inside the tent.
Mm-hmm.
But after last time, the 3 to like my southeast-ish on the screen, they're ones that appeared and disappeared a bit. So I know they're probably scuffed ones, shall we say. So I don't know that there's only one that's real. I don't know if there are more than one. So I'm going to try to go towards this one here.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go for a swing at it.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
Yep.
I'll do it anyway.
Go for it.
I will swing because I'm unsure.
Okay. As you swing and hit, and you basically, as you think you would hit, the creature disappears.
Okay. Can I? All right. Okay. In that case, with my other like a little bit of movement, could I move into the same? Try to move into it to see if it disappears or what would happen to it.
You can try, yeah.
It's tough. So I'm just gonna like with the rest of my movement, which should be on. Why am I having trouble with this? That one.
Is it lagging? It might be lagging.
Oh, the timer's still going. I've put down something. I did not know what I've done.
I don't know what you've done either. What is it? It's just a black circle. Oh, it's an effect for something. Okay.
If I don't miss that token, I would try to walk through this one down here.
Okay, you've got 10 feet of movement left. You got 40 feet in total, don't you? So
Oh yeah, I've been about 10.
10
Yeah.
to
Could
10.
you move me to that one there? For some reason I can't do it.
Are you on a different selecting thingy? But anyway, as you move
Can't
towards
change
the
them.
creature, it disappears around you. You feel like enveloped by something cold and kind of misty, and then it disappears around you, basically. Oops,
Okay.
sorry.
And then can I use the rest of my movement just to head back towards the tent, just knowing that everything out here is like an illusion.
You can basically get back to where you started.
Sounds perfect.
Amazing. So you've kind of done a circuit through, and then as you kind of look behind you, as you approach the tent, you see the 2 creatures reappear further up the road.
Okay, and I'll just shout out that like everything out here seems to be some kind of illusion.
Can't say the same for what's in here.
Okay. I can't get any closer. I can't select any different movement options. Like none of the different select. Now that it's working. Oh, that took a very, very long time. Okay, that's supposed to be done.
Amazing. Where did my combat tracker go? Did I close it? Whoops. Okay, now.
Okay. Before the actual combat started, Nell had fired off an Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously then lost just a split second sight of Pavlova. And as she then sees I assume there's still a blade sticking inside of her?
Yes.
As she then sees the blade and sees how Pavlova has been stabbed, she's letting out like a scream of anguish and anger, and you can see that on her left side where she's burned, you can see that there's a flame very slowly creeping up her arm, and she just has absolute anger in her face. Then she gets hit by a guiding bolt, and that sort of dissipates for a second. She glares at Sköld, turns her attention back to the shadow monster, or whatever that is. Glad that Aqua has very slightly healed Pavlova. I don't think Nell could do anything else with her healing kit, so she's going to focus on the monster. She picks herself up again, like it's, if you look at her, it's almost as if she has flames in her eyes. And she's, for the first time, against a creature, is taking out her Hellfire Whip and is making an attack.
Okay.
Um,
Make sure you're targeting the creature.
I didn't. I targeted myself. It doesn't matter though.
Okay, you miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you bring out your Hellfire Whip, and the pain in your shoulder from your unburnt side is just too much, and as you swing your whip, it cracks, but it just misses and licks the lining of the tent inside where you are.
If I move, do I take an attack of opportunity?
You would assume so.
I'm gonna move to the other side of Sköld.
Okay, you can move through his space.
Oh yeah, then I move through.
Because you're an ally.
Yeah.
So that's fine. You don't take an opportunity attack.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Next up is the creature. Okay, I need. Sköld, Nell, and Aqua. I need you to all make me. Oh no, hang on. Not Vic, Aqua. Saving throws, please. As you hear a kind of very. Oh no, not saving throws. You hear a very kind of guttural, visceral, screeching, kind of blood-curdling voice emanating from the creature, and then extensions of its shadow reach out to the three of you and kind of wrap themselves around you, and you are baned.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Up to 3 creatures of your choice that can you see within range must make charisma saving throws, so you need to make charisma saves. I don't know why it didn't ask you to.
I can use my advantage, right, for Tides of Chaos?
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so you were trying to beat 11. So Nell and Aqua, you succeeded. Sköld, you failed. So every time you roll hang on, I can do this. There you go, there's a spell.
Okay. Whenever you target fails saving throw, make an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends. Target's roll a d4 and subtract the number of rolled. Okay.
And then it's going to slash out. It basically, as it kind of continues its first movement and unleashes this very, very real-looking blade from its side that just appears out of shadow, and it's going to slash at you, Sköld. Let's not do it that way. Hang on. Sorry, I think I'm still targeting all 3 of you. That would be an impressive slash of a. There we are. Oof. Okay, so I miss with a 2. You managed to just about manage to get your shield up in time to block the attack, and the creature kind of, instead of screeching or making any kind of noise, it seems like noise envelops into it, and it kind of sucks out noise, all sound from the tent for a few seconds. And then we're back round to you, Sköld.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and rectify some of my misdoings, and going to try and heal now. Let's have a look. I can't remember how much each of them does. Gander. Slot. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it at level 2 spell. I've forgotten how to do that again, so I'll just manually do it.
If you click the spell you want to cast, you can choose what level you want to do it at when it comes up with the prompt.
So yeah, it says like healing. So if I click healing, then
Or at least it should do.
It does not. I don't think it does anyway. So it's only like a default situational bonus.
That's fine.
Sounds like-
In that case, just mark off the spell slot and roll the dice that you would need to roll.
Okay, yeah, fair
It's
enough.
all good.
So I need to roll 2d8 plus 8 onto that. So 2d8 plus 8. Let's see what happens. There you go. Heal 17.
So solves the problem and makes up for a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Easy peasy.
So I take
Okay.
one off this, and I think that's all I can do for the moment.
Okay. Aqua, background to you.
Yes. As I now see that Nal is healthy again, I'm going to say, and Sköld has pretty much in what it seems to be a locked battle that Aqua and now just managed to escape. As Aqua, I'm going to be like, he's not getting away this time, because I'm assuming the creatures are he. I can do web.
Are you?
I found it.
There you
Oh, that's what I
that was
meant.
Half an hour. We've been playing for half an hour.
That's my web.
Okay. Hey. Do you know what I'm gonna need?
100.
Yeah, roll a d100 for me. 55. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So you cast web, and it kind of it basically from you, on a point just in front of you, like this little ball of silk comes from your hand, and then just explodes, and silk web just covers the floor, the walls, the ceiling, everything, and then almost at an instant, once the webbing dies down and engulfs both Sköld, Vic, Pavlova, and the creature, and also you, I think.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Your hair just starts to float down in front of your face,
Oh no!
and you are left with no hair on your head.
My power.
Is there a saving throw for that, by the way?
No. Each creature that starts its turn in the web must make a dex saving throw. If failed, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the web or until it breaks through.
Okay.
Creatures restrained by the webs can use its actions to make strength checks against your spell save.
I think the last paragraph is the one you're going to want to read out the most
Yes.
urgently.
The webs are flammable. Any 5-foot cube of web exposed to fire burns away in one round, dealing 2d4 fire damage.
I wonder why he's saying that.
No
Correct that
idea.
Nell has only fire magic.
Right? This will be fine.
And yeah, that's my turn. I can't move.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Fair.
Yeah,
Um,
that's it.
I think you're also blocking... No, he can get through. So
Yeah.
that's your turn?
Yeah, rather than moving, I'm gonna just look and grasp my hair as it's falling out.
The more you kind
Hiding
of...
over it.
The more you kind of like struggle with your hair, the more that just drops and falls out. You are now
Blaming my sticky hands from the web.
completely bald.
No. With a
Vic.
feather beard.
Mm-hmm. Still.
Lovely. I just feel saying, did Sköld need to roll to save against Bane at the end of his turn? Or was it for a minute?
Bane is... So every time he rolls an attack roll or saving throw, I don't think you rolled a saving throw, an attack roll, did you?
Ah, okay.
I
Was
did not
okay.
know, but it wouldn't have made any difference to the total health anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So it was okay. But
Just in
thank
my
you.
head, I was just like, oh shit. Right, okay. So I need to do a saving throw.
Yes.
Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
Because for some reason, all of a sudden, I'm covered in spider webs.
Basically, yeah. This silk just exploded from in front of Aqua. What does he need to save against Aqua?
A dexterity saving throw. I guess it's my magic, so 13.
13, yeah.
Yeah.
So you are restrained in this webbing that's just appeared in front of you.
Jesus. Okay.
Does restrained mean you can't attack anything?
It means you can't move.
Okay.
Oh, was it okay? I'm just gonna go. Might as well go. Might as well do a giant's might then.
Okay.
So I start growing bigger. Big boy.
You do indeed grow thick.
Very thick. And to get out of this now, I need to use an action to break free. Is that right?
That's
Yeah.
right. Look, I made you bigger.
You did indeed. Okay, can I use an action to break free then? Or do I need to roll something?
Restrained, use. It says a strength check.
Yeah, strength check.
So now I get advantage because
Mhm.
I'm thick
Yeah.
as well.
You are thick. Yep,
You're free.
you're free.
Nice. If I go in another squares, does it happen again or not?
No,
It's only when you
just classed as difficult terrain now.
Yeah, it's when you start your
Mhm.
turn inside the web.
Right, okay. So that, oh, I'm target myself again. So it's difficult terrain, you say, but I'm not
Mhm.
going
Yeah.
to sprint for it. So that'll be 10, 20. I'm going to get in there if I can fit inside.
You
Well,
are-
10, I can fit inside 10.
You are hunched over slightly, but you are inside, yeah.
Okay, cool. On action surge, because I
Mhm.
want to actually hit something this turn,
Go for it.
hopefully. And then go for a swing at the bad man.
The bad man.
What the fuck?
You miss.
Someone needs to tally this.
That's
We're on
like 3 or
4.
4. Oh, jeez. Well, that's my action surge done as well. Jeez.
Amazing.
Okay. I'm just going to be really big and menacing in this little space, I guess.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
No.
I can't use any spell. Okay. I won't ask you beforehand whether that has an effect or not, so I am going to use my whip.
Okay.
Fire damage? No, it's slashing damage. Okay. I hope. I mean, although it's sort of made out of fire or whatever it's made out of, it doesn't set the weapon. Fuck me!
Not quite a one.
No, you're fine. It doesn't set anything on fire, but you do miss. This is getting a bit silly.
That's my turn.
So you're still not quite proficient at getting the whip action correct, and it just flies off to the side again. Ooh, so many to choose from. Vic, as you are now the biggest and most menacing looking one of the group, the creature reaches out and it doesn't move, but its arm seems to extend out towards you and reaches to your chest. And
Oh.
21? Does that hit?
Yeah. Yes. Can I just see something quickly?
And you take 18 points of necrotic damage.
I can. I don't know how to do that though. The way you do that. Okay. Okay. 18. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you just feel as the hand touches you, the shadow kind of erupts, so not erupts, but leeches out and wraps into all of the soft spots of your armor and skin, and you just feel pain coursing through your body, and it feels decaying, it feels wrong, it feels evil, and the creature just lets go, and the pain stays, and you're kind of writhing a little bit from it. Sköld. It turns from Vic, and the scimitar reappears in its hand, and it goes for a slash against you again. But it's fine. You're very proficient at blocking with your shield, apparently.
Just like, nope.
Just like, nope, not today. You managed to get your shield up again just in time and managed to block the swing from this scimitar. And then we come back round to you.
Well, looks like I'm on healing duty today. Another one. I'm gonna heal Vic this time, level 2 once again, so now I'm level 1.
He gets 1,000,000 hit points though.
He has 1,000,000 hit points, but he's at half hit points, so half of 1,000,000. Still got a lot, but could soon be incapacitated. He's the big threat. The aggro.
Yeah.
So,
I don't mind you kill. If you want to try to fight. I don't mind. Up to you.
well, the chances are I'll miss. So,
That does seem to be the trend today.
yeah,
Honestly.
and I've got Bane on me, and you haven't, so I think it's better to keep you in tip-top condition.
It's safe to say you would know that the kind of necrotic feeling that you're getting from this spell is going to have an effect on your attacks and ability to save against things.
Feeling a bit sluggish.
Yeah, you're feeling a bit sluggish. That's a good way of putting it.
Okay, so I'm going to roll this, and then do I have to roll a 1d1, 1d4, 1d1?
No, that's only on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay, so this doesn't technically... Okay,
No, that's not
cool.
a tackle save, so you're okay. So, Vic, you get 15 points of HP back.
Thank you.
And can I do anything else? Can I just pull a funny face? No, I can't do anything.
Okay. Aqua.
I guess I have to roll for being in the web, don't I?
Oh yeah, Sköld. Roll a strength check just in case. Not that you moved, but roll it anyway.
Check.
You are technically restrained
Good enough.
for that turn. That's 5.
It's fine. Well, I think the strength check is just to get out. It was meant to be a dex save, but oh well.
Doing that one.
Does 13 pass since I'm 13?
Should do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, as I was clutching my hair as I've gone bald, this shadow just comes over me as Vic comes past me and is now standing between me and the creature. Now, because of how big he is, can I see the creature at all?
You can, but it would be half cover.
Okay.
You're also in the doorway. I don't think you can necessarily see where the room is.
Yeah.
But you could. The only way you can really go, I think, is to your left this way, where there would be
Alright.
space.
Well,
I
it
will.
doesn't cost anything to shut a door, does it?
True.
Being polite.
I'm gonna shut a door and then stand behind Sköld.
I think this is
Don't
roughly
like
where
this.
the room is, just for visual.
Oh, that's good.
And hopefully I'm targeting, I'm gonna Toll the Dead,
Okay.
which is actually giving me damage stuff, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, Toll the Dead's a immediately damage thing, I think, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, you just have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
The
Wisdom
damage
save.
would be
10.
Well, it's fine. Apparently.
Got all the luck.
Let's just see.
Is it half damage on a success?
No, I just don't think it takes the damage. It doesn't say anywhere. It just says if it.
Yeah, so if, it doesn't take half
It
damage.
takes the damage, so yeah, you're just fine.
Just fine.
So that's negated.
Okay.
Rolls like that.
And that's my turn.
Nice. Okay, skip to Vic. I'll let
So
you all,
when the-
I'll let you all pass your turns so that you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Oh wait, carry on. Sorry.
So with the fire and this webbing, is it just do the damage in that cell, or does it do damage to all?
5 by
of the-
5.
So, no, but if I was to set fire to like the square, would it do that everything in?
It would be five. It would be 5 squares by 5,
Oh,
Burns
which is
away
essentially
from
the whole area. I
Okay.
think.
just any 5-foot cube of the webs.
So it would be like
I
this.
say it's like quarter of it. Yeah.
5 by 5 is this.
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's the entire tent. It's the entire tent.
That's
it's
insane.
it's 5 squares by 5 squares.
I thought it would just meant it was like a quarter of the 20 that the webbing is.
No,
So the whole thing would go up basically.
essentially, yeah. I think so anyway.
Wow.
That's
how
mine.
we burnt the fucking forest, or how I burnt the fucking forest.
Yeah, basically.
Well,
It
in
would-
that case, what do
It
I-
would essentially be like this. Oops.
Yeah.
That would be the fire that comes from it.
Vic, how much did you love your tent?
don't want to kill everyone, do we? I'll go for a swing. I'll go
Okay.
for a swing down. I'm a bit bigger than it now. Hopefully I can hit it this time.
17 just misses. It manages to
Oh.
get its shield of shadow up in time and it blocks your attack. And instead of going through it like you would expect, it literally stops dead. And there's like an iron ring through the tent.
Save that. Can't do another one of those. That's me.
Okay? Nell.
We're moving so Aqua can move one to the side and has a bit of a clearer shot. I am just using my dagger to stab him.
Okay. No, unfortunately. You reach out with your dagger and you can't quite make out where the shadows, the unusual lines and floatiness of this creature just don't seem to make for a good target, and you stab out and you just miss and you hit cloth instead.
Can I do 2 weapon fighting as a bonus action?
Do you have 2 weapon fighting?
I do have 2 weapon fighting and I have 2 daggers.
Sure. Make an attack roll, but I don't think you get proficiency. So
Yeah, I
just
think I have to just roll a d20, right?
Yes, just roll a d20. That hit. That does not hit.
So that does not hit, you just said 17.
Yeah. I forgot you weren't getting any bonuses. I was like, oh, that hits.
Yeah.
No.
That's my turn.
Okay. This time the creature is just going to make an attack against you now with its scimitar. It's going to slash down at you after you attack it with the dagger. For a 22. Holy shit. Okay. Roll your damage for that. Okay, so you take 11 points of slashing damage from the creature, from the scimitar. That as it connects with your body, you just feel the pain, but you don't get cut. It's like the dagger or the scimitar slices into your body, missing everything completely, and just injures your internal organs instead of your physical body. but in turn you manage to offer. What kind of hellish rebuke do you offer?
Well, she's still seething. I don't actually know what rebuke means in German, so I don't know.
It's like a comeback.
Yeah, she's still seething, and she's just holding her hand out, and apparently damaging him with fire, which I didn't realize.
It is a fire attack, yeah.
Oh dear.
But it's not like actual fire. It's more like heat, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I've always envisioned it as a kind of you have some
Got
kind of
burned.
like you literally get
Well.
burned, you know, like there's some kind of comeback that you do,
Okay.
and then it translates to your body burning up, which
Okay.
it does, and you don't see any effect, but you feel the magic. You might feel the magic hit, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And then from attacking you, it's going to turn back to Sköld and make a slash across your stomach. For a 21 to hit, and you take 12 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And then it's going to make an attack, a bonus action attack against Vic
Can do
for a 19.
Yeah, +9. Jesus.
It's a beefy weapon.
Yeah. Okay. 9.
So you take 9 points of slashing damage, yeah. So basically, it's almost like it swings in an arc and manages to attack all of you, and all of you, the three of you, feel the same strange feeling of it slicing through your bodies but not making contact. It's a very unusual feeling. And then that is its turn.
You took damage, no?
He did. He took some damage from you.
Bane is a concentration spell.
It is. It is indeed. It is indeed.
I don't know. Why?
Dun, 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 dun. Yes, he succeeds. But thank you for reminding me. Sköld.
Okay.
Make a religion check for me. Just while you're here. You get the impression that this is a very conflicted creature. There's something about it that screams unholy, unnatural, not of this world, of this plane. It's a creation from something else, a mutation maybe, an amalgamation of things perhaps. You get a very severe sense of disgust. Also make a dexterity check for me to try and escape from them, to see if you get your webbing, or you can move through the web.
Okay. Dexterity.
Because I remembered this turn.
Just check.
You do not succeed, so you are restrained.
I don't need to move. So well, let's see what we can do here. Just because I want to at least get some sort of hit on this creature, I'm going to try Word of Radiance,
Okay.
which is big old.
Boom, 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 boom. This is a really awkward fight. This is a really awkward fight to frame on the stream because it's in such a small area.
Just zoom in.
Okay, so it needs to make a saving throw, yes?
Yes.
Which saving throw does it need to make?
No joke. It is. Each creature you choose Constitution saving throw.
Con save, can do. It fails, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
So damage. 2 whole points of damage.
I mean, 2 damage is 2 damage.
At least I hit it.
At
Might be
least you
weak to radiant though. You never know. We don't know, but it might be.
you don't you as the spell takes effect, this you're used to the blinding divine radiance from the spell kind of blinding the room, basically making it almost impossible to see, but this creature seems to suck the light in. It seems to just be a void of light, and you can see it took the damage, but it's hard to see whether it was more damage than normal or not. Is that your turn?
That is, yes.
Okie dokie. I was hoping to avoid the thing moving before you ended your turn, but I was too slow.
Right, my deck saving throw, just to see.
Yeah, boy.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I am gonna move one this way. I don't want to get close. He seems to be doing enough damage to one hit me. No, I'll go in.
You'll go in? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'll go in, and then I'm gonna try and poke him with my sword.
With your sword? Nice, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
look at that.
Oh, you get a bonus for that with that sword, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So he shields,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake.
and you still hit, I believe?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, actually, I'll take that back because you
That's
did
fun,
crit.
isn't it?
So don't worry, you still hit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll shield. Yeah, that's fine. I forgot it was a nat 20. So
So there's that.
cool. So he takes 12 points of piercing damage.
I gotta remember what we said it does. On a 20 on your attack roll, it does extra 1d4 cold damage.
Is that damage?
That's
the
if I get a
crit?
20.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry.
I don't know if it's added
Is
on
that
or not,
24
'cause it's
is
a
that
makeshift.
is that 12 doubled, or is it a
Yes.
one? It's a
No.
It's a 1d8 weapon, isn't it?
Yes. It's a 1d8 weapon. It's already a critical hit, it says.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just done it, yeah?
Yeah, and then roll another d4, I think. So just roll a d4. 1, nice.
How?
I mean, it's everything helps, man. Everything helps.
Yes, I finally am getting the hang of my stabby sword.
That's the one.
Stabber.
Definitely doesn't have a cool name or nothing. Yeah, that's my turn.
Concentration.
Yes, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I'm just saying. I'm reminding.
I was typing in chat
Do you want me to
because
end it?
okay, as you stab out with your stabby sword, you make contact and you feel the cold energy seep out through it as well, and then Bane ends on you, Sköld.
Yay!
Yay!
Bane.
You are no longer
There
baned.
you go.
Why did this end?
Oh,
I clicked
God.
end.
Not you, sorry, the music.
It's like I clicked it.
I clicked the button.
I'm gonna do a quick second wind to top myself up a bit.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Not cocked.
No,
They
Right.
literally look cocked.
I think it's fine.
Plus 10. Yoink. And then I'll go for a swing on the enemy, and hopefully I'll hit. But now I know you've got a shield. That's what I'm saying.
It's alright.
Oh,
Don't need it.
okay.
Oh, it makes his AC's 23 or something.
Oh.
It's still got shield attached to it. I don't know how
Can
to get
I
rid of
do that? Is that like a specific thing?
shield's a
I'll-
spell. I don't know
How
if
is
you...
that a spell? Is it like a magical
reaction.
shield? It's not actually a
it's-
shield.
It's a reaction spell, yeah.
Okay.
It's last for a round. So
Yeah, so until the end of his next turn, technically. So we'll say that as he cast shield on Aqua's attack, but because it was a crit, he got through the shield before he could cast it. so it's still up, but
Ah.
there we go. So now,
Magic missile.
Of course.
of course, I hate to say this to you because you're going to be so angry at me, but shield literally takes no damage from magic missile.
Oh.
The anger radiates through Europe so much that my game has crashed and I need to reload my game a second. So please hold.
Shield seems a bit of a cheese move.
I can literally feel the hatred. Hey, Yathina. Yathina.
That's my turn.
I'm going to say... No, actually, you wouldn't know. You have no idea about magic.
I'd have no idea about magic.
You have
now.
reiterated this many times.
Yep.
So, yeah. Sorry about that. Please hold, though, while my game reloads, because literally, you cast shield, and I was like, oh, by the way. And then the game went, nope. So, also, it's the creature's turn next, which is really annoying. It means we have to wait for that.
He's, used up all of his turn. No, well, guess we'll move on.
My browser does not currently support WebGL. Really?
Oh dear.
Great. So I don't get my map. Well, let's switch over to Chrome then. Oh, please continue to hold while I log back in again. Oh. Technical difficulties. Feel free to grab a drink if you need to, or go for a wee or anything.
2 seconds then.
Go for it.
I need to install a punching bag in my room.
I said I'm
That's
sorry,
probably good.
okay? I'm 100% not sorry, but I said I'm sorry.
Is that an improved version of the shield spell I used to have?
You have shield, don't you?
I have made shield, but I had the reaction shield one as well, which I never ever seemed to get to use properly.
Yeah, that's the
I
same.
got rid of that.
It's the same spell.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, this seems so much more powerful than how I used it.
it's because I actually got to use it.
That's true.
Because when you used it, I think you didn't quite understand how to use it, and it didn't work properly.
No, not all.
Right. Okay. I'm on Chrome, so it's working. Oh my god, so many pop-ups. Oh, that's loud. There we go. I'm back. But no, it's still the same spell. Still the same shield spell.
Okay.
There we go. Right. Everything else is the same. Yes, cool. Rightio then. I need that, please, and I'll put that there where it belongs. I feel like I get less space on the Chrome than I do on Opera. It's weird.
I'm back.
You're back. So am I. Cool. So, as Nell attacks it with a Hellish Rebuke and Aqua attacks it with your thingy, and then Nell goes for a magic missile. There's another kind of like sucking in of sound, and everybody goes temporarily, like just for a split second, you feel like you've gone deaf. And Aqua, since you've done the most damage to it, and you're currently the biggest threat.
Yeah.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, you succeed. So you take half damage, I believe.
Oh no.
So you take 9 points of damage. Is it half damage on the save? Sorry, hang on.
It's normally half.
The creature
isn't it?
It says in the chat 4.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It doesn't say that to me. It's a bit more confusing for me. So,
So I take 9, yeah?
you take 4 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
And suddenly your brain is just overcome with screams, with humming, with tapping, with laughter, with crying, with sounds of just like brutality, and it overwhelms you. And you need to use your reaction
I have a reaction.
to move as far as possible away.
Oh, okay. Does that mean I open the door or?
Yep.
Yeah, what's my movement?
There you are.
30.
So from here, basically, this way is to about there.
Is it difficult terrain still, though?
It would be difficult terrain still.
I want to ask you.
Oh yeah, I wasn't in it. Now I'm back in it. Great.
Yeah, so you get to about here, just outside the door. So you're back to where you began, basically.
You get to stare at all these nice, lovely folks.
And then, as a bonus action, he's going to use his scimitar against you, against Sköld. Because you are proving to be a challenge. Ooh, that's a definite hit, and you take 16 points of slashing damage. Oof.
I've sustained a lingering injury.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh no.
Maxwell's Manual of Malicious Melodies.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Oh, it's a crit because I see.
Yeah.
Because it's a 19.
So injury or no injury?
No injury, don't worry.
Okay.
I was like, that sounds unusual. That doesn't sound like something I've got.
Dun, dun. Okay.
So yeah, just ignore that one.
Ow.
Okay. And then that's its turn. Sorry. Back round to you, Sköld.
Damn. I'm gonna need to
How
top
does
myself
shield
up.
last?
Say again, sorry?
How long does shield last?
It should have ended now,
Okay.
but it doesn't seem to have. I can't find where the effect is. I'm just going to manually change its armor class. If I can.
Oh yeah, it's a pain to do that. You have to like keep it flat.
Until the start of your next turn, but he's just had a turn. I don't understand. Shield should have ended.
Okay, I'm gonna heal myself because I feel like if I get hit again, I'm going down, and then I can't heal anybody.
That seems like a legitimate strategy.
Is there any other things I can do? Drink water. Just do it on myself. Level 2 spell again. That's my final level 2 that I'm allowed. So yeah, good roll.
Nice.
Wow. That
You
worked.
You rolled almost full damage, like full heals.
Nice.
Nice.
So just add that to my guy.
I don't know how to end shield. Go away, shield. Oh, there we are. Get the reaction
Can't do
back.
anything else. So I'll just be a meat shield. Taking the hit.
Okay. There we go. His armor class is back to 18. Enjoy.
Let me just check how long that webbing technically lasts. 'Cause I think it's
Is it?
a while.
Is it a concentration?
Yeah,
I read-
apparently, actually.
Oh, roll a concentration check for me.
I just read up to an hour.
Yeah, it's concentration, so just roll a constitution saving throw. How many damages did you take?
What? No, it should be 13 that I...
No, no, no.
You rolled a
What do you
7
mean?
plus 3, but you needed to roll 10 or half the damage you took, but you rolled a 10, so you're fine.
Oh, for that, okay.
And then roll a dex save for your webbing. Okay.
Fine.
Nice. You still have the horrible sound in your ears. It's not even in your ears necessarily, it's just in your head.
How does it affect me?
It's just there constantly.
Okay. Then I'm gonna angrily, I'm in a huff now because I've lost my hair. I've got this rending. It's all annoying me. Just turn around, walk back as if the webbing doesn't even affect me. I'm gonna look over Sköld. I'm gonna toll her dead again. So I need to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Okay, here we go. 8.
Yeah, it fails.
Fails.
Yeah, it needs 13. Takes 3 points.
No, it takes 2 points of damage. The first one is a d8, but if he's lost hit points, which he has, it turns into a d12. So the second number there is
okay.
the one he actually takes.
I get it. I just thought we did both of them separately like that.
No, it's the second one.
Okay.
There we go. So he's taken 2 points of damage. You hear everyone hears just this massive bell go, ding, and it sort of rings in your ears for a moment, and it seems to shake the shadowy creature up a little bit.
I just that's a taste of your own medicine.
Yeah.
Small
And
taste,
that's my.
Tis but a small taste.
Yes.
but a morsel.
Okay. Still big.
Still big.
10 turns of that. Okay. I'm good. What else can I do? What else can I do? Getting very angry. This thing in front of me seems to be dodging all my swings. It's unusual.
Do you roll with advantage with when you're big?
Not. I don't attack with advantage, but I think I get that extra d6 once per turn.
Okay. With a 21, you hit. So roll your damage.
Right. Can I just confirm something? Because Nell just did something with a fire rebuke, and it didn't set everything on fire.
Well, that's because Meglo said that particular spell.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm kind of getting at.
That more radiates heat from within the creature outwards.
Yeah.
Than actual fire.
Okay. So fiery chains would probably be more risky.
Do it.
More risky, but why wouldn't you risk it?
Do it.
You're angry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Finally. I've been swinging. Okay. So I'll do damage for this first of all. Which will be that.
11, nice.
Plus a d6 for the strength.
Okay.
That's my thing.
So it's 12.
And then I'll just do the fire rune.
Do it.
Which can I confirm what that does again? I'm pretty sure I know what it roughly does. But when I hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, you invoke the rune to summon fiery shackles. Target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage and must succeed in the strength saving throw DC 14 or be restrained for 1 minute. Happens at the end of their turn every time. So strength DC 14 save, but I still get the 2d6 fire damage, I guess.
So yeah, I'll do the saving throw.
Well, it's always been 2. Every time I've rolled that, it doesn't actually roll.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Did that just happen?
Why is it rolled 4 saving throws?
I don't know.
I don't understand. What have I done? I don't know. It's just taken.
Succeeded.
It's just taken a whole load of damage. Never mind. It's taken a whole load of damage, and I'm not entirely sure why. I've had to make a dex save, a strength save, a wisdom save, and a wisdom save. But hey,
Dex would be for the. Oh, no.
It says there,
Okay, they're like
knowledge
all our
would be-
attacks, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's everything that we did.
oh well, never mind. Carry on. Suddenly,
I don't.
Vic, your sword, you swing out with your fiery rune, and it just engulfs the shadow in like a red glow.
Okay, did you save for that one? You strength.
I
You
think,
did succeed.
yeah, I'd say.
Yeah. I'm not sure if something's going wrong with this fire room. I think the last time I did it, it didn't seem to roll dice on screen for me. It got me 2. It says 2 fire, but I think it's 2d6 fire. It should be.
Interesting.
Yes, it doesn't say 2d6 fire. It says 2 fire. And it
Yeah.
did 2. So let's roll 2d6 separate.
Yeah,
No plus.
roll 2d6, so we'll be fine.
So don't worry about that 2 there. Oh, not plus 1, 2.
Major nerf.
Okay.
The 6.
6 fire damage instead. And if
Okay.
anything happens with my poor 10, it happens.
Describe how your fire rune works for me.
So this one I inscribe onto my sword. So like I run like 2 fingers down the side of the sword where the fire rune is, and then it like glows up from like not looking like it's there to like being like a red glowing like rune on the side of it. So when I strike down and hit, and then I invoke it, it flashes, and then up from its feet, these like winding shackles, like red fiery shackles, try to tie the subject down, but in this case he was managed to like to shrug it off. But yeah, that's
Okay.
basically it.
So instead of it being fire, it's more like an effect, I guess, and it doesn't set fire to the webbing, luckily. For you anyway.
Mm.
So yeah, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Nell.
So he hasn't set fire to the webbing.
No. He hasn't.
You just wanted me to set fire to it so you could get away with
Yes.
doing fire spells.
Yes!
Do what you need to do. Fuck it.
No.
What could possibly go wrong?
I mean, that NPC's got 3 health HP, it'd be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, what was it? 2d4 or something damage? No, I'm just doing another. Now that he doesn't have shield up, I'm gonna do another magic missile. It won't let me roll magic missile on 2nd level.
Yeah, I had that issue.
It's strange.
So I'll just change my spell slots to 2nd level. I'm rolling 2nd level. That's 4d4 plus 4.
It's not. It's, in theory, I read up on this. I think I sent you the link to it. In theory, you're supposed to roll 1d4 and then add 4, or add like 1 and then like times that by however many. But if
What?
Foundry does it like that, don't worry.
No, I do it like that. I type it in manually.
Oh, okay. In theory,
Wait. No, because the damage is that one magic
I
missile.
I know what you're trying to say, but I read up on it because I found out somewhere that magic missile in theory is only supposed to roll like 1d4 and then you times that by however many you're supposed to use. I feel like I've just exploded Yathina's brain.
Do you want to re-roll?
No,
So
no.
3. So it would be 4d4 plus 1.
No, you would roll 1d4 plus 1 and then times it by
4.
yeah.
Quick maths.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I legit don't know
Rules
what that
rules
means.
as written, okay. In the damage roll, intended the damage roll to be 1d4 plus 1, and depending on what level slot you use, you cast a spell would determine the number of missiles you have that you do damage. So you would roll 1d4 plus 1, right?
Yeah.
and then you times that by however many missiles you are firing.
Oh, okay. So, okay, let's do it again then.
No, keep 2. It's fine. It's fine. Carry on.
I want to see now, though, if that would have been more damage.
No, just carry on.
What?
Carry on.
Yeah, well, then I did magic missile. That's my turn.
Okay. Right then. This time, he's getting a bit frustrated.
He's kind of being pummeled into a corner.
Wow, he still needs to do a dex save.
He does. It's a dex check, isn't it? Ah,
No, dex saving throw.
dex saving throw. Okay. Cool. That's fine. He wasn't planning on moving anyway. Sköld. He's tried and failed to hit you a bunch of times. So he's going to reach out again, like he did with Vic. And is 20. 20 hits, right?
That it does indeed.
He reaches his hand out to your chest, and you just feel that you see the shadows reach out into your body again, finds the weak spots of your armor, finds the weak spots of your body under your arms, kind of like in the groin and in the middle of your, like underneath your neck. And just the shadow penetrates your body, and you just feel this necrotic energy flow out from it to you, and you take 15 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
And then, to follow up, now that you're reeling from that, he's going to try and hit you with his scimitar again.
How kind of him. 2 for the price of 1.
26.
That does hit.
So you take 12 points of slashing damage. So as you are reeling from the sort of necrotic energy overtaking your body, he swings out and manages again to sort of slice through your body without actually impacting with your skin or armor. And it feels like your internal organs are being ripped apart. And then that's its turn.
Don't worry, guys. I can take it.
You'll have to.
Sköld, it is now your turn.
Oh, it is my turn. Oh, thank goodness. I feel like the rate of injury is far outpacing the rate at which I can heal. So I used up my 2nd level spells previously, so I don't have any of those left. What do I do? So I'm going to do cure wounds on myself again, only level 1 this time, just to try and stem the flow of hit points.
Something you should be aware of is you're not bleeding from these attacks. It literally never breaks skin, it goes sort of through you.
Well, that's a positive.
Yeah. You're not going to bleed out.
No, I suppose not. So yeah, let's roll that. I can deal with that. Yeah.
Okay, 8 points of healing back to you.
Okay, and I'm gonna hold my ground. Can I? I mean, I can't really ready anything to kind of reduce the amount of pain I'm being inflicted upon me, am I?
No, not if you've used your action already.
No, okay. Then, yes, that is my go.
Okay, Aqua!
I am gonna
Roll a
way
dex
of
save and
life.
throw first.
Oh yeah. Even I forgot that time.
I know. It's convenient how you forget when it's your turn. You save, you're fine.
Yeah. I am gonna way of life the creature. Ooh. So. I mean, I keep changing where my spells are for the info for them. Constitution saving throw.
Con save. That is a 13.
Oh, well, that's saves then.
Okay.
On save, it only takes half amount of damage. So.
Yep. So roll your damage. So 4 points of damage.
And that 4 points of damage is going to turn into 4 points of healing for Nal.
Cool. Thank you.
See how it is.
You're on a waiting list.
Oh.
It's Pablo first. He now missed out, so it's now you miss out.
Interesting.
And-
Interesting order of recipiency. Recipiency? I don't know.
For a
Priority.
turn.
Priority. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. It says I can use it as a bonus action. I'm going to convert for some source points.
Okay.
Well, a source point.
Okay. So
So-
you get a spell slot back.
And that's the end of my go.
Dum, 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 dum. Okay. If you want to end your turn yourself,
Yeah.
and then Vic. Dum, dum.
Okay.
Okay.
Happy I finally actually hit
Mhm.
one. I'm going to go for another one. Disappointed my fire rune didn't pay off though. That's upsetting. But it is what it is.
You're still getting used to how to work it. You know.
Getting there.
You're getting there. Okay. This time he is going to shield again. As you swing your sword, this time you just see like his shadowy hand fly in front of his face, and like a blackish energy surrounds him, and your sword just bounces off it.
Okay.
Just an ugh.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck it. Never mind. Can I use 2 cantrips during a turn if I quicken the spell?
No.
I have to use the spell?
Mhm.
Okay. So I use 2 sorcery points to quicken the spell.
Mhm.
And then I can't use magic missile.
Oh no.
No, you would know. You've seen the effect. You know what would come from it.
Should have done it the other way around. Okay, I'm gonna move 1 back.
Eldritch Blast would have been with disadvantage as well, because you're within 5 feet,
Yeah,
and I don't think you have Warcaster, do you?
I do not.
Yeah. So fair warning: if you wanted to cast a spell, like a ranged spell within 5 feet, it's disadvantage. Okay.
Wait, I used it via thingamajiggy. I'm gonna, what was it? Fire damage 10. I'm gonna cast it again, but don't take this damage. Just so I can get the phone.
Oh, it's a dex save as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. He fails, so he takes 10 points of fire damage from you. The web around... Oh my god, sound noise. The web ignites, and I'm fairly sure, after rereading it, any 5-foot cubes of webs exposed to fire burns away in 1 round. Okay.
Yeah, is it the way I said? Because it's a 20-foot cube and it burns.
This
A 5-foot
spell's a
cube.
20-foot cube, yeah.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, it's fine. Okay. So he takes 2d4 points of fire damage.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's because it's a 3-minute turn timer.
Oh, boom.
There we go. Is that your turn?
Yeah, sorry, we can't see your rolls, so I was confused, but yeah.
It's fine. Right. Hmm. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. In that case, still within reach of you now.
Hmm?
He is going to make his attack rolls against you. So that's 1, which hits, and then it'll roll damage.
So why can't we see your rolls anymore if we turn them off?
Why can't you see them? You should be able. Did you not see that one?
We
Not
haven't
been
seen
able
them
to
for a
paste.
while.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I thought there's a reason why, but
Oh, I see. It's because for some reason, when I moved to Chrome, so that was a 27 to hit, by the way,
Oh god.
which did 12 points of slashing damage. It's visible on. It's not visible on stream either. Interesting. You'll see them from now on. Sorry.
I was really confused. I was like, okay, I'll just go along with it. I'm sure it's what it's supposed to be.
And then second attack against you now is a 19. And then
We
Can I
set
react?
this, right? I can do this.
Oh,
Holy shit.
do
I was
what?
going to react at last.
You need to tell me what you're doing, otherwise I don't know what you're telling
Yeah,
me.
sorry, I clicked a button and it didn't show up. Hellish Rebuke.
Do you have your reaction back? So yeah, that's fine.
I haven't used my reaction in a while. So.
I was going to react to the second one and take that damage for you.
Too late.
Okay.
I cannot press any buttons.
Use my cloud ring now.
Right, yeah. So what's everyone doing?
Well, I was going to react to...
Okay.
But,
So are you reacting to take some damage away? Is that what happens?
well, the plan was to do my cloud ring to take the attack, that second attack instead.
Okay. So you reacted first. So what happens with your cloud rune? Does it move them away?
Move the damage onto someone else I can see, which can be myself, so I can take the...
Okay. So instead of Nell, you take the 8 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
which means
Oh,
there's
so I
no
got
hellish
an 11.
rebuke. And then, in that case, the third attack is going to come at you as well, Vic.
Okay.
Oh, I meant it, Vic, not you now. It misses with a 13.
Cool.
And then that's his turn. Sköld.
Oh, well, relatively unscathed that round.
Yes. You can see that the creature doesn't seem to have been affected. The shadowy essence is still sort of like willowing and billowing in the hovering on the ground. It doesn't seem to have moved this whole time, basically, and doesn't seem to be affected by your hits, but you know you can feel them hitting, if that makes sense.
Okay. What to do? Concentration spells. Once someone is, well, the spell caster is attacked, it becomes, it dissipates. Is that true?
Say that again, sorry.
So if I cast a concentration spell, then as soon as I take damage, the spell will.
You have to make you'd have to make a concentration check, and it's either 10. Like you have to roll a 10 or half of whatever damage you took. So if you take below 10 damage, you have to roll a 10, and if you take more than 10 damage, you have to roll half of whatever you took.
Right.
Basically.
Okay. In that case, how are things looking? suppose I can use the final cure wounds on Nell. She did take a bit of a beating.
Sounds like a plan.
Nice.
Okay, so Nell takes 9 points of healing.
And I will end my turn.
Aqua!
Yes.
Back of the room.
How's the webbing going? Is it all on fire, or is it just that first bit now?
It's just that first bit.
Okay, I'll do a save.
You succeed. You can end
Yay.
concentration on the spell if you don't want it to stay up, by the way.
Oh no, it's staying up.
Okay.
Everyone else but the creature now.
If it comes any closer to us, it's back in the web. Means it's difficult to run away. Anyway, Aqua, seeing all this, just the fire come out, the damage being replaced, he's had enough, and he's gonna go Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
Okay, I always think that's the roll. Let us know that's the wild magic save.
Yes. Wild magic's more important, dude.
Oh, well, that missed.
It misses, and it goes straight through the back behind the creature,
Great.
and out of the tent.
Wait, do we want to roll my shot? What do I have to roll for that to see it? A D8.
It should be down now, shouldn't it?
One. What's one? Acid. I shot acid apparently.
Okay. So you just Vic especially, you see Aqua shoot off this like chaos bolt, and it just misses the creature and just splashes acid all over the back of the back wall of the tent.
Like this is magic.
Before he like turns and looks at me, I'm gonna pretend that I was just converting source points all along, and then by turn.
Okay. Vic, it is now your turn.
Okay. Can I tell really what the monster looks like? Like, health-wise?
It's difficult to tell. It's there, but it's kind of difficult to see any indication. It's just a sort of billowing shadow in front of you.
Okay. Give me swing.
Okay, that hits.
Really lovely. I'm still big as well, so
Mhm.
I'll do my damage. Normal. And the D6.
6.
Another one. Bad rolls.
You always seem to roll really low on the extra one.
Yeah. Too good. Yeah, I think that is all I can do.
As you swing your sword and you make contact with the creature, you can feel like there's some give to it. It does seem a bit more malleable now.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Okay, I'm moving one back.
Okay, it will attack you.
I know.
Still targeting you? No. Okay. 14.
Does not hit because I have magic. Magic shield up. What is it called?
Mage armor.
Mage armor.
Okay.
And I am shooting a firebolt.
That hits.
Damage. Okay,
3 damage. Nice.
my turn.
Okay. It is still standing, but you all kind of see that it is starting to look a bit more sluggish. But there's no like difference of form that comes from it. Sköld.
Hello.
It's going to unload a couple of attacks into you.
Not today.
It's going to miss that one. And then it's going to attack again.
Don't taunt it.
And miss again.
Oh.
And then it's going to turn its attention over to Vic.
This guy's bigger. I'll hit him easier. Yeah.
And still miss.
Thank Lord.
And then it starts to recede. Like you start to see the shadow shrinking basically into the floor. This is a dark room. Like essentially, none of you really have a light on, and because you specified last week, and so it kind of starts disappearing into the dark ground. Sköld.
What about the fire? Isn't that light now?
Kind of, but it's still casting shadow.
Okay.
Hmm.
What can we do? So he's got like an AC of 18.
Yep.
Quite the high AC. Can't do anything to stop him from wiggling away.
That we
Make
can
a dexterity check, by the
destroy
way. Dexterity saving throw for me. Because since Josh keeps forgetting conveniently on all your turns, you failed and you are restrained.
Thank you. What's that? Okay.
Oh, you get disadvantage on all attacks. And you get advantage against you. I see.
Oh.
Well,
Maybe the web
that
might
wasn't
disappear
done.
next round.
it.
Imagine remembering this, the whole thing, and then actually using the effect and being like, oh, well, that would have been useful to know.
That
Redo.
would have changed the way this would have gone.
Rewind time. Okay, I'm going to do Word of Radiance in that case.
Okay.
Place measured template. We'll just do the whole like thing, but it only affects him. So
Bam, bam.
I don't want it to affect everybody else.
Okay.
Disco.
So it's a dex save, is it?
Oh,
Oh,
Constitution.
If you roll your damage, it asks me to do it for you. So,
Oh, so-
you do need to target me though.
I mean, there's only one damage anyway, so.
Yeah, we'll take the
That's not
damage.
the damage.
It's fine.
Oh, petty damage.
Da-da. Okay. So yeah, you cast off your Word of Radiance, and it engulfs the whole room, and it engulfs the room just enough so that you can see all that's left of the creature is its head, sort of like misshapen, billowy humanoid head, poking out through the floor. Is that your turn?
My turn. Yes.
Amazing. Aqua.
So, what would I have to technically roll to get rid of the web?
Nothing. You just end your concentration.
Oh, okay. Do I do that before or after a dex save, or do I not do
Well,
a dex save?
you have to cast. You have to do your dex save first, because it's when you start your turn.
Okay. Wow,
You fail. You are also restrained.
great.
I know.
Yeah, I can't really do what I want anymore.
You can still end the spell though.
Yeah, then surely it would be restrained by anything because it's gone, I guess.
Is it an action or a bonus action to end the spell?
Don't
You just do
know,
it.
actually.
You just do it, I think, concentration.
No. You have to use it as an action or as a bonus action, but it depends.
I don't think
Can I
so.
do it as a bonus action first then?
You need to see what the spell says.
You just
I-
end it. It's just concentration spell.
Yeah, no action required.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, just end that spell, I guess.
Okay.
That it? Yeah, it's gone.
Cool.
Does that mean I'm still restrained?
No.
Alright. I'm gonna then move one here then. And I'm gonna I'm gonna lightning lure it and try and pull it back up
Okay.
from it going under. So I've brought out my this whip of lightning, but I'm gonna where's it go? Around them. So I can see it. You need to make a strength saving throw, or get
Okay.
pulled
Roll
to me.
roll a damage. Make sure you're targeting it.
I should be.
Okay. It succeeds, I believe.
Well, even though it succeeds, if the creature is within 5 feet of me,
Mhm.
it will take the damage.
Okay. So we'll apply the damage, and then
I failed to bring it back up out the ground, but I still managed to get a lightning bolt come through the tent and strike it on its head.
yeah, you do. And in the process,
Oh.
Oh! It triple died.
yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that, but explain what happens when you lightning lure it for me.
Well, I get this whip that's kind of... It looks like I'm holding lightning. As just this long... A bit like Now's Howl Whip, in a way. And it just attaches to any part of the creature I can see within range. And as I try and pull it up, it managed to break free of it, but at the last second, it flings up and the lightning comes and strikes it down. Yeah.
Nice. The lightning seems to penetrate straight into the center of the core of the shadowy creature, and it erupts just into more shadow, but also into mist, it seems. And it just disapparates and disappears.
Oh, bloody hell. That was a good fight. Wow.
Good job, guys.
Guys, I did it. I saved everyone in town.
Aqua is the hero.
Good job.
Yes.
Immediately run to Pavlova to check on her condition.
She is unconscious.
But alive.
Very raggedly breathing, yes.
And outside of the other ones vanished.
Yes, they have.
Cool.
How's it look out there, Vic?
Looks like the other ones have all vanished. Oh, no, they haven't yet, but looks like they've all vanished.
Oh, haven't they?
I see
Yeah,
one
I
there.
missed one.
Yeah.
Looks like they've all gone. It must have all been linked to that, obviously.
Yeah, some type of mirror magic of some sorts, just on a stronger playing field.
Do
More
you think he's
importantly,
gone for good, or
oh yeah, do we hear the humming and tapping anymore in Aqua?
Make perception checks for me.
I'm pretty sure we would notice if it's gone.
Depends how bad. We might be distracted.
Yeah, you've had like the thumping of that's what,
You're
6.
distracted.
That's 6, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I
tally,
have a
yeah.
tally.
I'm so
You've
I
you've
took
had
the kill. I don't notice it at all.
yeah, exactly. You've had the adrenaline of battle. You've had the kill. You've had the excitement of the kill. Nell's invisible for some reason. Oh, you moved. Right, I see.
Combat isn't over for me. Combat isn't over for me. That's why she's invisible.
He's angry with us. He's
It
still
should
fighting.
it should be. I've ended the encounter.
It's not for me.
You might need to reload. Yeah, the adrenaline coursing through you is sort of taking over slightly, and you're unable to hear anything through like the blood pumping through your ears. Vic.
Yep.
With a 15, you feel like there's it's not as loud at all. It's much quieter, but it does feel like there's still a very distant kind of in the background, like distant,
Something.
quiet, almost melodic, though, in a way. Whereas before it was monotone, monotonous drone. This time it sort of has a bit of a tune to it.
Oh. Okay. I might
Sköld,
let
can you do anything about Pavlova?
Has she got hit points?
She has some. She's not
Yeah.
bleeding out. She is unconscious, but she's not bleeding out.
And I'm afraid I don't have any healing spells available.
I
used them all
can
up
heal
during
her
combat.
if I sacrifice some of one of you.
That's fine. You do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay, everyone. Who are we doing? Who volunteers?
Me. It's fine.
Okay, I guess I select Nal, and now you need to make. Oh god, I'm on the wrong one.
Con save.
Yeah, I should
And I
remember that by
decide
now.
not to do it.
Yeah, you can automatically fail.
Yeah, I automatically fail.
Okay. Then it's just straight up 2d6.
Okay.
So you take
That's
7 points of
7.
damage.
And that will go into Pavlova as heal.
Okay. She's still unconscious. Oh no, wait. You're up to full. She's still unconscious, like sleeping. You can hear her breathe. You can see her breathing, but she's not awake.
What's the old dagger situation?
There does appear to still be a dagger in her chest.
Ah,
A
don't wanna-
souvenir from the fight.
I don't want to pull it out, but I want to have a closer look to it. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to move it in case it makes her bleed or it hurts her more. I just want to lean over her and have a proper look at it.
Okay. It's properly wedged in there. The sort of bone-looking hilt, like worn bone hilt, is like embedded deep, and you can only see some of the blade sticking out from her chest. It looks pretty gnarly.
so I
Just
don't
wait.
know whether we should
I'm
attempt
play-
to remove it.
Putting dancing lights in the tent so we actually can see.
Okay. So that you can see.
Yes, everyone
Wow.
else can.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll do that.
Well, be my guest. I have no idea about medicine, and you're the cleric. I don't trust myself to not injure her more.
All right, let's give this a go then. I'm going to attempt to remove the dagger.
Okay, make a medicine check for me.
That I can do.
Oh, that one.
Not quite. You haven't dealt with anything this severe for a long time. Having someone stable but still impaled is an unusual situation to be in, and at right this moment, you're not entirely sure how to deal with this.
Well done. Yes, I think it's probably best if the patient is stable, not bleeding. We just leave it be, or dislodging it could cause more problems than it solves. My evaluation.
Well, she's still alive. Can we put her carefully on the cart and take her back to Wildenwell?
Perhaps there'll be an apothecary there that can form.
Vic, you go back to your normal, boring, small Vic size.
Okay, well at least I can look around the tent a bit more easy. Assess the damage.
Yeah, while they're doing that and Vic's assessing damage, can I try and see if anything was left behind by the shadow creature in the square?
Make a investigation check for me. Nope,
Amazing.
Hitting me.
that's 7.
7.
No, there's nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yep, absolutely nothing.
Damn, I was hoping for a sword.
What was that thing?
Not of this world, I don't think. It felt odd. Didn't much like its presence, even just looking at it made me feel uncomfortable.
I definitely sensed strong magic from it.
Aqua and Nell, you can make Arcana checks. Sköld, you can make another religion check if you like.
Okay.
Vic, make a history check based on your like rune knight knowledge, if there is any to know.
Okay.
Aqua and Nell, neither of you have a good enough grasp of magic to kind of comprehend what that thing could be. It's so out of the ordinary that you just can't put your finger on it. Same with you, Vic. Like, there's nothing in any of the rune books that you've read that could possibly explain what this thing is, or was. Sorry. It was nothing natural that you've ever seen before. Sköld, you got a good enough look at it at various points in the fight to see a humanoid shape in and amongst the shadow. It was difficult to tell whether the shape was encased in shadow or whether the shadow was formed from the shape, if that makes sense.
Right.
Whether like there was a being there that was just emanating shadow, or if it was kind of cloaked by it. You have read and heard stories of fiendish creatures being able to, or being known to exist in such ways. Also various types of undead. But this didn't feel undead. And there was something just off about it that didn't feel fiendish.
Okay.
Make
So,
a just make a history check for me. Okay, never mind.
don't know of this land.
Do you still have access to your notes, by the way, that you put on in a journal here?
I do.
One specifically marked as notes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Carry on. Continue. It's
Okay.
at this point it's getting towards dawn, by the way. The sun is just starting to crest over the trees.
Did it count as a short rest because we were interrupted? Or did it not count at all?
The short rest would have come before the combat.
Okay, so we can put down that we did a short rest.
Yes, but you wouldn't have been able to get anything from it because you then went into a combat.
Oh, okay. I get what you're on about.
We could finish our rest, guys, if you like. We must have done some of it. Were we like half the way through it, were we?
I'm pretty sure you were
Yeah.
taking a long... No, you were on sort of the last watch or two.
Double shifts, yeah.
Because you were double shifting. So I think you were going to take a longer rest anyway. So you can just continue your rest if you like.
I need to replenish.
I think we need that, don't we, guys?
You'd probably have to take another 4 or 5 hours of resting though, just to, properly catch up.
Aqua is good for that. It looks like I forgot what Pavlov is not going anywhere. She seems stable.
Hopefully.
Good.
I must come clean though. But at the start of the fight, I was starting to hear some of that tapping, but I don't know if it's just because the that monster was near us.
Hmm.
Actually, I heard that as well. After it brushed past me one point, I started to hear it through the night.
Nell is immediately looking at the two of them. Do you still hear it? Right now?
Just
I-
like at the tiniest amount, but it sounds a bit different.
I actually haven't listened. I hear nothing at the moment.
Yeah, you've still got like blood pumping
Yeah.
through your ears. It's kind of
My
overwhelming.
ears just hurt.
I mean,
Well,
in fact, I can hear a little bit. It means that maybe like either it was killed here, but it isn't dead, and maybe like we have to track it down where it is now. Like maybe like we've sent it back to somewhere, or maybe there's more that we need to kill. Maybe this is the only one.
I agree that being in proximity to it probably causes the same effects. Maybe that's the reason why it gets worse over time. Is that the shadow creature gets closer to the victim.
Yeah.
So
stood
we should
next
be
to
all
it
right for a nap.
I stood next to it for so long, and I'm not hearing the tapping.
True, nor am I.
At least maybe we can use us as like maybe like trackers. Maybe the louder it sounds, the closer we are. So maybe we can hunt it down if there's something else to hunt.
I suppose at least it means we're not using anybody else as, for lack of a better word, bait.
Yeah. I thought if it was, but you know, I'd have to. Oh well.
It's okay.
How's my tent, by the way?
Your tent has actually sewn itself back together.
It is magical. Beautiful.
Yes, the hole from the Eldritch Blast has completely reknitted itself in the last couple of minutes, and from the acid of Aqua's spell has also managed to just kind of refix itself, basically.
What about the burning hands, though?
Yeah, same. I mean, the inside's the floor's still on fire, but
I can sort that out.
Okay.
Well, let's have a couple of hours rest, but have shifts of watch again, just in case. And then take Pavlova back to Wildenwell.
Yeah, I agree. And then maybe we better track down something. Just we'll tell someone what happened, and who knows, maybe we get some more information. We'll speak to the elves again.
Yes, we should report back to them. Tell them what's happened.
Yes. Let's. Should we just do single watches then for the rest of the last 4 hours?
Yeah.
On our reach.
Message wouldn't get back to them that far, right?
it's only 120 feet. 120 feet,
Okay.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not an email.
Boost it with a ton of range. The range double us.
Yeah, it's only 120 feet. Okay. So who's taking the first watch for the next part of your break?
I'll do the first one. I'm still adrenaline up with my size increase, I think.
Okay. Sounds good.
I would mention to everyone that I still am struggling to hear anything, so it's best if I just go to sleep right now.
Yes, we can check on it in the morning.
Okay.
Make sure that it isn't anything too damaging.
Vic, make a perception check for me for your hour's watch. You, with a 14, there are a few people that are starting to trickle past. They see you keeping watch outside your tent, and they see the remnants of the webbing on the floor out here, and the kind of fire that burnt through out the back of the tent into some of the trees. And they start to kind of quicken their pace past you. You also notice that the horses have kind of broken free from their tethers, but also only gone sort of a bit further down the road.
Okay, I'll go and get the horses and tie them back up then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, nothing much else happening in your watch. It's fairly quiet.
Yeah. I'll go and wake someone else up because Sköld's right there.
Okay.
Wakey.
Sköld, as you're woken up, daytime is starting to properly take hold, and it gets very light all of a sudden.
Okay. I'll step out then to do my watch.
So
I'll go over to the horses to check to see if they're still okay, haven't been attacked or anything.
okay, they seem okay. They seem in good condition, looked after.
The main thing, I don't want to pay any more money for fines.
True, although it was a good deal, so maybe you could, talk yourself into another one.
No, yeah, I could use my silver tongue to persuade.
Exactly.
But okay, now knowing that they're all in one piece, I suppose I'll sit down just off the road and kind of inspect my armor and everything, just make sure that it's in good condition and inspect any body parts I can without being indecent.
Okay.
Just to make sure everything's in one piece.
The first thing you notice, apart from a bit of a singe from the fire and a little bit of leftover silk web, your armor and body is in essentially pristine condition. You still have like internal wounds, but like exterior and superficially, you're fine. It's like the people walking past are getting a bit more numerous at this point. They look at you and they would just see a dwarf. Like expecting his armor sat outside a tent. It like aside from the carnage outside, essentially, there's nothing unusual about this situation.
Good. No lingering side effects for me then.
No.
So, all right. I'll continue the rest of my watch.
Okay. Your watch comes to an end. Nothing necessarily problem. A few people kind of... most people that walk past try and avoid you. They try and stay out of your way. A couple do nod and, bid you good day. And it's up to you if you want to talk to them. But
just wave to them and likewise.
Okay. And then your watch comes to an end.
Okay. Go back in and wake up Aqua. He's next in line.
Right.
Okay. Aqua. After
Yes.
a couple of hours of rest, your ears have calmed down and you can still just about hear the humming in the background. Just out of like perceivable range, you can just hear it.
Okay. Not even thinking it's doing the humming. I'm just like, damn it, I've got tinnitus now. That's going to be annoying.
Would be perfectly reasonable.
I will then head out for my watch.
Okay. Make a perception check for me. Okay. It's getting to probably mid to late-ish morning now, and no, mid-morning, sort of 9 o'clock-ish, and there's a couple of farmers walking past with like horses and carts that are carrying a whole bunch of their produce, and you've taken a few more sort of, you're probably in better shape than others in your party. So aside from looking at the weird blue man with no hair
And a beard.
and a feather beard,
Made of feathers.
you're fairly normal. By the way, roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Finally, I can I don't want to be completely bald, actually.
You feel like in the top, like the upper reaches of your sinuses, you feel a bit of a tickle and a tickle, and then and you sneeze, and as you open your eyes, you're just engulfed in a plume of feathers, as your feather beard has fallen out, and you are now completely bald.
I am a little bit disappointed in the fact I have lost my feathered beard because I had grown attached to it,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that I am now fully bald like a mole rat.
Bald like a mole rat.
I will put my hands in my pocket and root around, realizing that I've actually still got the candy from the hotel, and I will take one and eat it. But then I will also go over to the horses and feed them the rest of the candy
Okay.
before heading back.
Okay. Your watch passes without much of a problem. Aside from the big sneeze that gets rid of your feather beard, it's just a normal morning. It's quite warm, very summery, late spring, early summery day. But your hour comes to an end without any problems.
I will then go and slowly nudge now, as if I'm trying to rock her gently to wake her up.
Okay.
Not to make her mad anymore.
The first thing you notice when trying to wake Nell, excuse me, is again, she seems very difficult to wake up, and as you gently nudge her, her body seems like hot to the touch, almost feverish. But she wakes up eventually, after a bit of coaxing.
I go, look, I'm completely bald now.
What happened to your hair?
I really don't know. I sneezed and it's all gone.
Makes you look weird.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh,
I'm going to bed. Anyway,
Blue Man
you're done.
Group.
I feel even worse now.
We get some like pipes and start banging them.
I approve.
Assuming that everything is fine, otherwise Aqua would have told me, and seeing that everyone's sleeping in the tent, Nella's just staying in the tent for now and just having a look at everyone, putting out the few tiny fires that are still left, like singeing on the remnants of the web and on the well, no grass, but on the remnants of the web. And then she's very like trying to be quiet and going over to Aqua and just casting prestidigitation and making a really awful looking like wig slash toupee on his head that sort of is way too bright for his skin color, and just makes it disappear after a few seconds.
Okay. For
her own amusement.
For the slightest second, Aqua, and you're
Yes.
not really aware of it because you fall immediately asleep as soon as you lie back down. But you have this
Okay.
weirdest dream that you go bald, and then you have what essentially equates to a Trump toupee, sorry.
Oh, that's a nightmare. That's not a dream.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Literally, it was like the first thing my brain went to. And it completely mismatches, and all you suddenly find yourself just like in this hall of mirrors with just infinite Aquas all around you, with like blue skin, hair falling out, but then a toupee that's just a little bit too obviously fake, engulfing your head. And that is how the rest of your hour of sleep is spent.
Right.
Before
And the
she's
urge
done though,
comes straight again.
before Nella's done, she's gonna have a quick look outside just to see whether there's any people passing while she's out there.
There's a few.
She's approaching the next person that looks sort of like trustworthy, not someone who looks shady or something. And just wants to have a quick chat with them.
Okay. Roll a charisma check.
Shit. Charisma check.
Okay. Despite looking like an absolute mess, sweaty, disheveled, but you know, someone walks past and they see you, and you hail them, and they kind of give you a bit of a squinty side eye, and then come over and say, "Good day."
Good morning. And she's not quite sure what time of day it is because, you know, I was just wondering, are you coming from Wildenwall?
No.
Are you going to Wildenwall?
Yeah.
What
What's
is
up?
your business in Wildenwall?
Make a persuasion check.
Isn't that just a question though? That's not like a demand.
Well, yeah, but if he's a little bit south of her, that's fine. Oh, so close.
Okay. I was going to see a friend. Why?
No, I'm just wondering. I'm sure you've heard of the awful deaths that have happened in the last few weeks and months.
Yeah.
But if you're not coming from Wildenwall, then you probably cannot help me. Sorry for disturbing you.
Great.
Well,
Okay.
you would then look for someone who's going the other direction.
Okay. Roll another charisma check for me. Okay. It's getting towards the end of your watch when finally someone from Wildenwell seems to be walking by. It's a farmer with a carriage behind him that's empty, and you kind of you give him a wave and try and beckon him over, and there's a moment of hesitation, and then another moment of hesitation, and then he kind of just shouts, "No, you come here."
Okay, I go over. I really don't want to disturb you, and I really don't want to take up much of your time. But I think are you coming from Wildenwall right now?
Yeah.
I was just wondering whether you've heard of any deaths of the ghosts of Wildenwall that have happened last night.
Oh, well, you've clearly been out of the loop, lass. There was a bit of spicy drama right here.
Oh.
And he kind of offers his hand and rubs his thumb against his finger, like money.
I take out 5 silver and hand it to him.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, Lord of Wildenwell's not going to be happy. Well, he ain't happy at what I hear. Pretty tragic. His daughter phoned dead last night. Pretty upsetting.
The Lord of Wildenwall, you said? His daughter?
Yeah.
And did she die by the ghost of Wildenwall with a...
No, I wasn't there.
Well, I didn't actually super.
All I know, she did.
Is that because the last time I talked to someone about this, they said that there was sometimes a lot of deaths in one night or even during the day. Is that the only death that you've heard about?
So far, doesn't mean there weren't more. The Lord's daughter dying is pretty big news, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine. I hand him another 5 silver just because, and then thank you.
That's okay. Okay, I don't know what you just said.
Yeah. That's the end of my watch. I'll be right back.
Okay. As Nell goes back inside and settles down, you can all mark off a long rest.
Lovely.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely jubbly.
Technically, because it heals me to max health, are my ears still bleeding pretty much, or is that gone
Yeah,
now?
that's gone now. Don't worry.
Okay.
The dissonant whispers ended when the creature when the combat ended,
Okay.
so you're okay for that one.
I'm perfectly fine. Ears bleeding. It's just normal now.
Literal blood trickling down the side of his face.
Hey, I was hero posing. I just got the kill.
Guys, this always happens. You just never saw it over my fabulous hair.
Yeah, actually.
So yeah, as you all wake up from your rest, Nell comes back inside, and some of you are awake, getting ready for the day. Others are still asleep. What's the plan? Pavlova is still asleep, by the way.
Okay.
Sköld. Is Sköld up? Sköld, are you up?
I'm up.
Let's check on Pavlo before you can help me drag her into the cart.
I try to do a bit more finesse and drag.
Yeah, we'll be careful. We'll get Vic once he's packed the tent away.
About to say, I'm about to put the tent away as well. Everyone assumes it, okay.
Even though I know nothing, I'm gonna help Sköld check Pavlova.
Okay. Make another medicine check for me, Sköld. That's better. I was going to give you advantage, but I don't think Aqua has any kind of knowledge of.
Oh no.
It would just be disadvantage.
So
You'd be there just
it
poking me.
would be more of a hindrance than a help. You have a look over Pavlova. That rhymes. And you can see that the wound that the knife the wound the knife caused seems to be healing around it. She's still breathing, but it's difficult to, without testing it, it's difficult to know whether the knife has penetrated any internal important organs.
Yes.
But she still seems stable. She's still breathing. She has a fairly strong pulse, and she is alive.
Okay. Turn to Aqua and say, though I'm certain it seems to be getting better, I still don't want to remove the dagger. There's no telling
I can remove it for you.
No, I think it's best to wait until we find an expert, someone who's a bit more well-versed.
Removed lots of daggers and swords from people.
Forcibly, maybe, but in this case, we want them to stay alive.
Yeah. Fine.
At this point, Nell will probably tell them about the Lord of Wildenwald's daughter. I can't confirm whether she died the same way as everyone else, but the Lord of Wildenwald's daughter died last night, which is a pretty big deal, I assume.
Yeah.
No one seems to be free from this menace.
Well, it means it's probably definitely more than the one then, because the one that we fought and killed, or Aqua killed, can't have done that over there, you'd imagine.
Wow, if it was sinking in the ground like it was doing something with shadows, we don't know how it could move.
Or
Maybe it can just get from one place to the other very quickly.
Yes, and
and she was the last target
first, and then us.
Maybe we could find out what time. If we could, we know roughly what time this one appeared. We can find out what time that one died. Maybe, I don't know. We should go and see the Lord of Wildenwald. Money. You'll have money.
Loads of money.
It's a lord.
Yes, we must
Reward.
inspect his treasure room to make sure nothing was stolen.
I mean, seems legit. Okay,
Right.
so
Who's
Yeah.
going to help me with Pavlova?
Yes, I will.
okay. So the two of you easily manage to carry her back to the cart. And then, like, sort of lay her in the cart, or the carriage, sorry, with still space for you to all sit in it, and then, travel back. It is a long journey, remember. You travelled quite far.
Yeah.
So it won't be until sort of mid to late afternoon / early evening that you'll be back. I think, because it was midday when you left, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
So, as you all travel back, I think Sköld, you're the animal handler.
Okay.
Okay. So roll me an animal handling, please. Nice. You've managed to get a grasp of how to keep these horses under control, and it's not necessarily any quicker, but you do manage to get yourself back. Where in Wildenwell are you heading?
Don't know if we want to drop off the horses first, or if we want
Don't
to.
know of any doctors, so that I say our best chance are our elf friends.
Yeah, I agree. Back to the hotel. Like through the main gate, back to the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we want to probably keep the horses to carry her around a bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can send them a message if we get closer, maybe to come outside.
100.
Around.
Yeah. 120 meter. 120 feet is not that far, but yeah, I can do that once we're there.
So to the pub. Pub.
Pub?
To the hotel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Pub? Okay.
Yeah. So the hotel.
Rightio. So you all head back. It's a fairly long journey, bit bumpy, and when you make it back to the gate, there's a different set of guards, and they do check you, and they do keep track of your weapons again. But it's fairly simple getting back in. They don't seem to be much. They don't make a fuss of you guys coming back. So yeah,
Enemy hasn't loaded.
apparently.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay, I'll refresh.
Okay, I'm going to be right back, so feel free to have a quick break if you need to. And then we'll carry on. Be right back.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Is that like a New Zealand accent? Because that's what it sounded like.
No.
Alright.
That's my normal German trying to speak English accent.
You're just like, for some reason, they're just like what's that?
No, I can't. I can't pretend to do accents. If you would ask me to do an American accent, I couldn't tell you how to do it. I know like a few words, so I can say daughter in different accents, but
Oh.
that's about it.
Let's see. I mean, yeah, I think I can do accents when no one's listening or looking or anything like that, and then as soon as someone is listening, then it just goes to pot.
So we wait outside with her. We're gonna drag her through the concierge.
No, we're waiting outside with her. I'll send a message to the elves.
I scrubbed up, got a new job.
Now the concierge.
Yes. By the candy bowl.
Yeah, I was about to say unlimited supply.
Hello, I am back.
Like,
You're not plotted like world-ending domination or anything, right?
no?
Not yet.
Okay.
I didn't even know that was an option.
It's not, just FYI. Just putting that out there. Okay, so as you make your way through the city, everyone's here, right? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I was just like, yeah, let's carry on. Just forgetting that you were here. Well, might not have been here. As you make your way back through the city, you pull up outside the Carnelian Hotel, and inside you've still got Pavlova inside the cart. She's still not regained consciousness in the whole sort of 6 or 7 hours you've been traveling. But it's uncertain whether that's a good or bad thing. Like, Sköld, you would know that it's probably not the worst thing in the world if she's not moving around agitating the injury. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. And then you pull up and you are now outside the Carnelian Hotel.
Yeah, as we are pulling up, and it comes into view, and I can sort of guess that we're in the range of 120 feet. I try to reach out. Like, I know it works if I'm familiar with the creature, but obviously I don't know for sure whether they're actually in the hotel. So I just try to reach out to send a message to one of the elves. I forgot their names. A something.
Well, just make sure you don't try and say their name.
Elfina?
Alfina, yeah, one of them was Alfina. I'm sending a message to Alfina. We are back outside of the hotel. Pavlova is badly injured, but she's alive. We need help.
Then help you shall have. What do you need?
Medical assistance.
I see. We can try. And after a few minutes, both elves do appear outside. I'll put them in the foyer with you, but they're outside with you. for the sake and purpose of this. Oh, that doesn't look good. Neither of us are particularly well versed in healing. We tend to try and stay away from taking damage as much as possible.
We didn't want to remove the blade as we didn't want to make it any worse.
No, that was probably wise. How long has the blade been inserted?
About
Since last
12
night.
hours now.
Yeah.
Round about half a day, 12
And
hours.
she hasn't regained consciousness in that time?
No.
That is concerning. I'm unsure. This is beyond our skill sets.
Do you know anyone or anything that could help us with this?
The only healer we know of is based in the keep, where the Lord resides, but it may be a bit of a slap in the face if we take someone who survived an attack to the Lord right now.
Yeah, we heard.
Now, as informed the group.
It's going to probably want retribution, though, maybe. Maybe this would be a helpful clue.
Potentially, yes. I mean,
Because we did manage to defeat, maybe even stop the creature that attacked poor Pavlo.
that is good to hear. What was it? Do you know?
Shadow missed as far as I can tell.
A shadow? That is
It,
deeply concerning, but uncharacteristic. Sköld, you would know that a shadow is not what this thing was.
Okay. So yeah, I'll explain that. It didn't seem quite like a shadow. It seemed much more material than other shadow-like creatures I know of. There were clones as well, which were more what I would expect from a shadow creature. They disappeared and dissipated as soon as they were struck. This one seemed more alive, more conscious, but I can't say what exactly.
Interesting. This is concerning, but makes more sense than it being a shadow. Vile, nasty creatures, but they kill by sapping strength, not stabbing.
There was definitely a lot of physical attacks used against us, as well as skill spells and such, necrotic damage and other forms of necromancy.
Necromancy. This is all very confusing, uncertain. I think we would be benefit from going to the keep and seeing the Lord and some of his advisors. Lord Thrukar is certainly grieving, and he won't be in the most hospitable of moods, but I think he'll appreciate something to set his mind to. I think. And also we may be able to find some help for poor Pavlova.
Yes. Do you want to? I don't know what would be best for her. If we keep her here, or whether we travel around with her with us. It seems a bit not much of a burden, but don't want anything bad to happen to her while we're traveling.
Well, just gotta go to the keep though, aren't we? Just leave her in
Yes,
there, then the healer can hopefully help.
let's leave her in. Let's leave her in the carriage, and let's take her to the keep. And then perhaps we may be able to find some answers, or maybe find some more questions that will provide answers that will help us. It's all very weird. I'm glad you're safe.
Well, I
Well,
seem to be hearing some of the humming and tapping myself, albeit very faintly.
I ditto that too.
and
Last
yet,
night it came on very bad. Around by the monster. Even once it's gone, it's just faintly there still.
and yet you say you defeated the creature.
Yes, unless it didn't properly die and just disappeared somewhere, but it looked dead, didn't it?
Yeah.
It exploded into mist. I know, I did it.
Yeah. So either there's more, or they're not the direct source of it, maybe. Maybe like they're soldiers of something.
It's a very powerful creature to just be a subordinate to something.
It was also very quick. Not even a second, my attention wavered and Pavlova was stabbed.
Yeah. And the hag did say that he would have fun with us.
The hag did say?
Yeah, well, I was outside by the tent, looking round. She laughed in my head again, and just said that he'd have fun with us.
Again?
That hag, she won't leave us alone.
You're communicating with a hag.
Well, she seems to be just jumping into my head every now and then just to laugh and have a bit of fun. But
Oh,
we managed to get a little bit
why?
of information. Not a clue.
I look at Aqua and Sköld. Have you heard her?
Not personally.
I know, but I haven't even met her, so I don't know what we're on about.
Neither have I actually, but I know of her.
The hags look at... Not the hags, the elves, sorry. Look you up and down, Vic. I've got hags on my brain. How do you speak to her?
I'd speak out into the wind. Don't know. It's only ever in response to her really talking to me. I think.
You... No, that's not true.
The first time I just said "art," didn't I?
The first time you you tried speaking to her and it worked.
Right.
Was that after we took the psychic damage from it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
So,
okay, yes.
Yeah, so technically
that's working.
you did speak to her first.
True. So I don't know, just kind of spoke into the wind and just hope for the best, and she actually did respond. Like, obviously she's quite powerful. I was hoping she'd have some kind of way of communicating, and it looks like she does.
I look at Vic. What happened when we met her?
What happened when we met her? We were
You
there
said we had a great battle.
we didn't fight her. Just talked quite a lot about the town of Orva and trying to end the problems that were there.
I don't believe him.
And I'm confused. I thought it was a battle.
Oh,
Someone's been telling me
The
different
fact-
stories.
The fact that Vic can is talking to the hag and is only now revealing it, and it's not the first time, is ticking Nell off hardcore. Like, she doesn't believe him. She thinks there's something going on that happened in there.
I go, Vic, is it like what Now can do? Or she speaks in our heads?
yeah, but it must be that a lot high quality that she can do it from a different realm.
The elves look a little bit concerned, but not that you can tell because they still have their face wrappings on, so you can just see their eyes. And they look at you, Vic, and they say, "It's concerning and unusual for a being to be able to communicate through planes. There has to be some kind of tether or bond that's allowing the communication."
What, like a spell?
Potentially.
A curse?
I'm unsure.
Sköld, can you... how do I phrase it that it doesn't sound meta? Sköld, can you see whether anything is affecting Vic? Anything magical that the hag put upon him? A curse, a spell, something?
Not much for arcana checking, if you will. I can see if there's something maybe religious in a dark religion. Not all religions are good.
Yeah,
Perhaps
roll what you like.
some-
What do you think would work in this situation?
Yeah, so I want to say like religion check in terms of like cult and sort of things like that. It's technically a type of religion, but it's nefarious.
Okay.
And see if maybe there's something attached to it, like some sort of like bind.
10. Okay. You know of a number of sort of small cults that are kind of prevalent in Karisgard. But your knowledge doesn't extend to Fey-based any Fey-based things that would have this kind of effect. Okay.
Okay. Right. Just replay that back to now. Say that. Can't see anything. No, particularly trouble.
Vic, how are you feeling?
Generally fine. Am I hearing the louder hum and taps being in town?
There wasn't the tapping just yet, just humming.
Okay.
But it just seems to still be a kind of mild buzz, just off in the distance, sort of behind you, almost following you.
Okay. Yeah, I feel fine. I mean, the humming hasn't gotten any worse. Okay.
Has she said anything to you, the hag, when we met her? Has she said anything to any of us, to Aqua, to me, to Sköld? Obviously, I don't remember that we've met her. I don't remember what happened. but there must have been something that she's done to us that you can now talk to her between realms.
Okay. I'll turn to Sköld and I'll just say, and I'll just say in Dwarvish as I actually just say.
As
Still
they're
think
doing that, I'm gonna point out that, is he a spy for her?
Still think that it would be best to say what happened to us, but perhaps you can word it in a different way. Make it a bit
Okay.
more vague.
Back in common, I'll be like, okay, well,
The fact,
the hag.
wait. The fact that he talked to Sköld in Dwarvish is immediately null. It's like, what is going on?
Well, so I believe that the hag cursed us in order to save Orva. She laid a curse upon us. Well, 3 of us specifically.
It must be you three. She didn't lay anything upon me. I will believe that.
Unfortunately, it was me, Sköld, and you, Aqua.
No.
Aqua,
What sort of
you take,
Sorry.
you take, 33 points of just emotional damage.
No.
You don't take 33 points of damage, don't worry.
That would kill me.
It would just straight up.
So unfortunately, I mean, she decided to take our humanity.
Your humanity.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm a pirate. I didn't have that to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was the fact that we wanted to. I don't know if it looked like it might have been a fight situation. And I was trying to. I remember trying to play it down as if we didn't really care too much anyway. You know, as you do when you're trying to barter, like, oh, it doesn't really matter anyway. Trying to get a good deal, but she kind of took that to mean we didn't care at all. So therefore, was happy to take our humanity.
She's legit taking a few steps back, like sort of literally taken aback. What does that mean?
I don't know.
And suddenly, like, some of the things that happened in the last few days suddenly make sense. Vic asking for money from Pavlova and stuff like that, and now they're suddenly like, oh shit.
Means we care a little less, but you know, doesn't mean we can't do good. Doesn't mean we're not gonna do good, but I think it might be why we had that sudden pain in our heads after helping those travelers on the road. After we did a good deed, didn't request any money or anything for it, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, pain.
Why just you? Why not me?
I can't exactly remember what you were doing. I pretty much had to drag you out of the room. That's for sure. I don't know, unless she's done something else to you and we just don't know.
My God, I certainly cannot hear her in my head.
You might just not want to talk to you.
This is all very concerning. Oops, sorry. Shouldn't we put that on the back burner and focus on Pavlova for now?
Yeah.
You all have your problems to fix, and I think that's best done when we have saved her.
I think her problem was a bit more physical.
Indeed, indeed. We will walk with your carriage and we will lead you to the keep. It's not difficult, you can see it just round the corner. And they point just around a corner that you can't quite see down from where you are. But it's somewhere you haven't actually been to yet. And then, yeah. Are you
Okay.
going with them?
Load Pavlova up into the carriage again.
She's still in the carriage, I think.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she didn't
Yeah.
get taken out.
I don't think none of us left the carriage technically.
Well,
No, I don't think you did. They came out to see you, basically.
let's
Not
get
you.
going.
You, and Pavlova. Okay. Where is this map? It's not in there. It's there. Activate. So as you turn the corner, basically in the carriage, you all see this huge building made of
I
essentially.
have no vision.
Of course you don't. Basically this huge building made of just stone blocks that is built probably 70 feet tall, maybe. In fact, I can actually tell you how tall it is. No, I can't. It's about 70 feet tall. And it's built wide and built strong, and there's a girl stood at the top of the steps in front of you as you approach in your carriage, who seems to be no more than 15 or 16 years old, and is wearing a cloak and a hood. Looks a bit disheveled, but it's like she's waiting for you.
Okay, walk up and hello.
Good day. The Lord is inside and is ready to see you, but I am here to just warn you that he is very fragile.
We understand.
We have a healer ready, who can help your friend, and we would be happy to help. We hear you have helped with the situation, and we are much grateful.
Yes, trying to solve the mystery ourselves. Might be able to get some retribution for your lord.
I am sure he would appreciate that. He is most distraught. She kind of beckons you up the steps, and that one. Sorry, I'm trying to finish making the characters that I was making earlier. Beckons you up the steps and leads you inside, which I think, is there a door there?
Are we taking Pavlova with us, or is she staying in the carriage?
Are you taking Pavlova with you?
I'm asking the group.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
We'll ask the elves maybe if they could bring her in, I guess. Or
Okay, they nod and they carry her fairly deftly. Like they literally just managed to hoist her up and carry her in. And they get to the inside door and they wait for the rest of you. And the girl comes to the door, and there's this big oaken door. Like, it looks a bit silly, a big sort of door like this inside another door, but it opens inwards, and you can see this grand hallway made of like very finely crafted stone. Like Sköld, this is dwarven made. Only the dwarves can get stone to react like this. It's smooth and it's fitted perfectly, and just looks very, very good. And then there's a sort of reddish burgundy carpet on the floor that leads into the corridor and off in two directions.
They really like their red carpets here in this city.
The masonry is very impressive. Much better than I've seen elsewhere. Since
Expensive then, I guess.
It does look very expensive. True, it's true.
Did the girl say her name?
She did not.
Okay. Sorry, what's your name?
Sorry, I sneezed.
That's a weird name.
Sorry, I sneezed. That is my name. My parents were not very, very clever. No, my name is Lucretia. It is pleasure to meet you. I am distant family member. I am here to look after Lord.
No.
Welcome, Nell. It is good to meet you. Please do come in. And she beckons inwards and takes a step inside the door. The elves carry Pavlova in, and then Lucretia walks straight across the corridor. As you walk into the corridor, you can see there's a. It's quite lengthy, and at the end of the corridor on your left, there's a small room that juts out, and there's a sort of very plain-looking wooden door, and there are braziers, small braziers, like sort of lit on the walls. There are suits of armor kind of hidden in little alcoves. They're for decoration more than anything, but they're definitely dwarven-made pieces of armor. To your right, you can see a set of stairs that seems to head up somewhere. But Lucretia heads across the corridor and opens a sort of similarly sized door as the first one that you just walked through. It's like wooden planks melded together, and it seems to be 2 or 3 wooden planks thick. It's an interesting design. And she opens the door, and it pushes inwards into this huge sort of open plan, essentially throne room, for want of a better word. There's a huge table in the center that just has some chairs around it, and then there's 2 smaller tables to the left of it that are probably there for lesser nobles or lesser members of the guilds to sit at. And then at the front there's 2 chairs, one very tall, thick, wooden that seems to be engraved and decorated with stone, and then to its left there's a slightly smaller chair that's a bit more simple and looks to be unoccupied. The tall chair has a dark-skinned dwarf sat at it, who is kind of eyes covered by his hands, not moving, just sort of sat, like, looks stressed. In both corners on the left-hand side of the room, you can see 2 fireplaces that are lit, and there is a human man, sat at this end of the closest table, facing away from you, balding with just a slight bit of hair around the side, white robes, and is just sort of hunched over the table, writing something or reading something. It's difficult to tell. Lucretia walks in and announces, "My lord, these are... I only know Nell, but these are them of whom we were informed, I
I give
suppose."
an awkward wave.
The elves walk straight through with Pavlova, and they kind of bow to the lord, and then sort of lay Pavlova on the floor next to the man at the table. And Lucretia walks straight through and sits down at this chair here at the table, and turns the chair to face the lord. And it takes a moment for the dwarf to even move, let alone acknowledge you. And eventually he kind of moves his hand and looks up and kind of assesses you. And his eyes linger on you, Sköld, for a moment. "Ah, you're from Karsgard. I recognize your type."
I knew that this place was far too good taste for human.
Yes, well, my father built it. I took over, and here I am.
Compliments. Fine piece of work.
I appreciate that. I see you've brought us the injured person. Lucky, thankful she's not bleeding on my floor. And he kind of stands. Whoops, I did not mean to drag myself over that. And sort of hops down from the chair and starts walking towards you all. And stops short. This is a bit of a mess you brought me, but on a very inconvenient day. But I'm sure we can come to get to the bottom of this. I notice she's still got a knife in her chest.
Yeah, we didn't want to remove it, so we wouldn't do any more damage. None of us are particularly well versed in medicine.
At that point, the human man kind of perks up. That would be my area of expertise, I believe. My name is Nosforth. Pleasure. It's all yours, I'm sure.
As has been announced.
Indeed, no. It is considered uncouth to not announce yourselves as you enter the presence of the Lord. And he kind of looks at the three of you, Vic, Sköld, and Aqua, expectantly.
My name is Sköld, and as you both pointed out, I'm not local in these parts.
In Dwarvish, I'll say, like, my name's Vic. My condolences for your loss.
You see, like a sort of flash of sadness cross the dwarf's face. And he kind of bows his head slightly. Nosfort, yes, it was a tragic loss. Sudden and surprising. Poor girl.
With all due respect, did she die of the same causes as everyone else?
Roll a persuasion check, please. I said there's a few heartbeats pass, and at this point, the Lord Dwarf sits down and kind of like puts his head in his hands, and Nosfort steels himself a little bit. This must not leave this room. Swear to me, this will not leave this room.
We swear.
I swear.
I swear.
Aqua,
I'm mute. No, okay, I put my hand up, I swear.
okay. No, she was not killed the same way. She was found with a stab wound through her chest, much like Pavlova here, but no knife left in the body. Also, distressingly, she had puncture wounds all over her body.
And I assume she has not heard the humming previously.
If she did, she didn't tell us.
Okay.
We don't know. You can see there's like an element of bitterness in his voice as he says that. We don't know what, how, why. Just that she is gone. And despite my vast skills, she isn't coming back. The dwarf like sort of throws his chair back, stands up, and storms back off and out through this sort of side door for a moment, and you can hear him sort of his footsteps stop as he rounds the corner. I must apologize. He is understandably still upset.
Don't apologize.
Hard for anyone to lose someone so close.
Indeed.
Do you have any leads on what could potentially be cause?
Yeah, I mean, what could do those kind of punch? What kind of puncture marks as well?
Well, they were numerous, and they were all over her body. Down her arms, both arms, down her legs, inner thighs, outer thigh, and on her stomach.
Like bites, maybe?
Or like someone violently stabbing her.
No, they'd healed. They were old. They were not the cause of death. I surmise that the cause of death was the stab wound, and whoever did it, or whatever did it, isn't related to the other killings, and they were just trying to take advantage and make it look like it was.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. What was her name?
Her name was Eleanor.
How old was she?
She had just turned 20. So young.
And you said you found her, or someone found her in her room, or?
This is the concerning part. No. She was out on the streets. Almost like she had been left to be found in public.
Was she not killed there then?
Honestly, I don't know.
No big pool of blood, or?
There was no blood found underneath her body. She either she lost her life there, or she was moved after the fact.
If there's no blood there, I'd imagine she must have been moved.
Yes.
Sounds like a setup. Well, there's a easy excuse as to blame it on the other killings.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't be able to get her inside the keep, I'd imagine. So they had to kill her for whatever reason outside, and then just make use of it. I don't know. I don't know why they want to be found, though.
Well,
Send a message?
indeed.
Yes.
Her body being found out in the open for anybody to see is, well, it makes our Lord look bad. Let's put it that way.
Maybe we can help figure this out, or at least, you know, give any sort of support to the Lord or to you that we can, that we have. I don't know if we can come up with a solution of who or what has done this, but maybe we can just, since we're in Wildenwell anyway, keep a lookout and keep some ears open.
That would be appreciated. Tensions are running high, and we are a bit stuck with what to do.
Well, clearly we have at least made one advance that we kept one of the victims alive.
Indeed, it is good that someone has made it through.
Yeah. If you could do the honors, and then maybe we can see if she's still hearing the humming or not as well. Maybe. More
Indeed,
clues.
indeed. I admit, it's a lot. I'm struggling to process everything that's happening, but I will do what I can.
Do you think the Lord will allow us to see the dead body?
Absolutely not, no. She mustn't be disturbed. Also, don't refer to her as a body. Have some respect.
Oh, I apologize. I'm just trying to gather any sort of information that we can.
Well, I'm afraid there isn't much I can do, but we will try. He kneels down next to Pavlova and lays his hands on her to try and determine whether he can fix her. We will need to be quick, but he reaches for the knife and pulls it out of her chest, just literally yanks it out, and then immediately lays his hand back on her chest. As blood starts spewing out of her chest, literally like flying into the air and pooling on the floor around you, covering anybody standing within. The elves move out of the way immediately. Sköld and Vic and Nell, you are within range.
Don't move out of the way.
Okay.
I would move, but
I'm gonna look at her and go, well, I wanted to pull that out.
And then he immediately manages to pump 10 points of healing back into her, and you can see the wound that's just been ripped back open in the middle of her chest kind of start to knit itself back together. And as it does, you can see twitching in Pavlova's eyes. Still asleep or unconscious, but there seems to be some kind of activity now.
Can I see the knife?
Of course. He kind of holds it in his hands, so it's resting on the palms of his hands. And
Take it by the handle.
Okay.
And then I'll have a proper look at it and just see what sort of knife or dagger it is, what sort of material the handle is made out of. Is there any writing, any marks on it that are distinguishable, something like that?
No. It's a steel dagger with a plain bone worn handle.
I wipe the blood on my sort of on my cloak or something. I'll keep this for now and see if we can do anything. Trace it. Maybe someone comes back for it. Something.
Very well. Be careful with that. I think we should take Pavlova to rest. I think the knife was pressing on her heart. And I think it had pierced her heart, and she was only kept alive by whatever healing magic you used on her before. Otherwise, she would have died.
Okay. I think it's probably best to
In the
leave
mean,
her somewhere
she can
benign.
stay here. We have some spare rooms.
Thank you very much.
In the meantime, for dealing with the problem, a reward seems fair. We can't be seen to be paying people for solving our problems. We don't deal with mercenaries. But I have other means of rewarding you. Ones that I believe you might benefit from more.
Such as?
As you may know, we don't have legal, at least, magic item shops.
I didn't know that. That's very disappointing to hear.
But we do have means. And I can grant you access to them. It's very exclusive, and it's very regulated. But as you have helped the Lord of Wildenwell, why wouldn't you get some help? Or why shouldn't you get some help? He retreats over to the corner here, well, the wall here, and pulls a curtain back slightly and reaches into what looked like just shelf upon shelf upon shelf, and pulls out 4 slips. And they look very ornate. They're like black parchment, basically, with gold engraving around the edges. And it's basically like written in gold as well. He comes over to the 4 of you and hands one each for you. And written on it is the Lord of Wildenwell, Throlkar's stone arm, grants access to the magic item emporium of Wildenwell to the bearer of this seal. It's very simple in writing, but ornate in look. It looks as official as you would expect it to, honestly. And Nosfer looks to the 4 of you. Those will be imprinted upon you and will only grant you access. I wish for you to return to me tomorrow.
Okay.
Where hopefully the Lord will be able to steel himself enough to offer you or offer your services to him in helping him. And
Good.
we can continue our relationship.
Okay,
That
so
could benefit everybody.
Where would we be finding this magic item emporium?
The seal will guide you.
Okay.
It's a secret we cannot speak. If the peasants knew where it was, well, you know what they're like. They will wish to take for themselves. Therefore, we have infused magic upon the seals that will take you there themselves.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for helping our friend. I guess we'll see you tomorrow.
Indeed. I hope you are here.
We will be.
I want to take the little insignia thing I've got, and I'll be holding up in the air and just be walking around in a circle, looking around like Travolta meme, where he's like looking around like,
Okay. Okay.
Just work out.
As you hold it and you think of where you want it, like you're thinking of where it would be, if that makes sense. You get the intense feeling to go north.
Okay.
And you can almost envision the building you're looking for as well. It's in a more open plan area of Wildenwell. Perhaps a richer part of town, which is what you would probably expect from such a place. Not many people walking around, and it's a quite kind of tall, grandiose-looking building.
Okay. Okay. Well, guys, try this out. I can kind of like picture the shop in my head, and I know it's that way.
The rest of you concur that yes, it feels like it's that way.
Okay, I follow Vic wordlessly.
Friends, and I'll just point at the elves. Don't want to shout elves. Friends, should we go? I don't know if you'll be able to come into the shop with us, but maybe we could meet you back at the tavern later, or we could maybe check out the site where the Lord's daughter was found, perhaps.
We can meet you. We can meet you later. Whoops, I did not want to go there. We can meet you back at the Carnelian Hotel, and then we can decide what to do.
Sounds good.
You go and claim
Still
your
need to
rewards.
return the horses as well.
We can do that for you if you wish.
If you could, that would be great.
That will save you a journey and give you
We
more
need to get our
time.
money back, don't we? Or we rented them.
You
We
rented
don't
them,
pay any
yeah.
extra money.
No, you didn't pay. You didn't pay money to or anything. You just rented them. I think there was a deposit, but
I think we paid like 19 or something. It was like 5 extra per day or something. We went over the how
yes,
many days?
you've only been a day.
So we don't have to pay extra.
No.
23 plus 15 per day after.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if we get the elves to take it back and they do want to charge us more, well, they have to pay, won't they?
I mean, you've seen the elves. They've got plenty of money. They don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the elves kind of head off, and they go back outside and sort themselves out. Pavlova is still resting, still kind of unconscious, but you can actually see movement now, like she's twitching a little bit in her sleep, almost like she's dreaming. Nosfort has gone over to talk to Lucretia, and you can see them kind of talking and looking over at Pavlova a bit worried and concerned, and then turning back to each other. And then the four of you are left.
Beeline it for this shop. Boom.
Same. Yeah.
See
No, that's fair. That's fair.
you later, Katie. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for helping us. We will be back tomorrow. Goodbye.
Okay. Right here then. With you guys heading off to find the magic item emporium, we will end the session there.
This way. Completely off the map.
Yes. We'll end the session there for this week. And pick up next week with a bit of shopping, I think.
Yes.
Good job, guys. You didn't die.
Not for lack of trying.
It was close.
It was close.
Getting-
There were some moments. But no, good job. You didn't die, and you managed to fight off the creature.
Yeah, let's not ever meet more than one of them again.
Yeah, I was about to say one of those. Just the fact that you just couldn't hit him, and he did a lot of damage back is just the ultimate combo.
Bit tough.
I mean,
yeah.
I
Good
could have
AC.
done more if we weren't in a tent.
I know, right? That was the whole problem. Being in a tent and not being able to use my ranged spells properly.
And I could have done more if I wasn't tied down to the floor
Yeah.
for 3 or 4 times.
I love the moment where the webbing was gone from the creature, and then Aqua was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna end it yet."
I thought it was going to try and run, not disappear in the floor.
Yeah.
So it was literally just like you guys struggling with the webbing. Yeah, and you also learned about magic missile and shield. Oh, hey Mary. Thank you for hanging out. But yeah, good, guys, that was a great stream. Great game. I enjoyed it a lot. Episode 17 is done and dusted. It's pretty crazy. 17 sessions.
Seemed like not that many.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's flown by. So yeah, we'll pick up the session.
Over 4 months, isn't it?
Yeah, we started in February, didn't we? So,
Crazy.
so yeah, we'll pick up next session, and see where the story takes us from here. And yeah, who will be rating Yathina? Amazing.
TPK roleplay.
I like it. It rhymes. Okay, let's go and say hello to these guys, and we'll see you all next time for a bit of shopping. Get to spend some of that money you've earned.
Can be a filler episode.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Right. So yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. That was a lot of fun.